Chuck Norris! Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris! Yeah, the time has come. A man must rise. No occasion will stop him. Nothing can harm him, no matter how mean, no matter the size. Chuck Norris will win. I know you may not think it's possible. When Chuck Norris was born, he drove his mom home from the hospital. I don't know, you may have heard, Chuck Norris can kill 2 stones with 1 bird. Listen here, I tell no lies. Chuck Norris destroyed the periodic table because Chuck Norris only recognized the element of surprise. When Chuck is around, you'd better get on your knees, cause when God said, let there be light, Chuck Norris said, say please. He's a man that takes command. He'll rise to any occasion. Bad guys be damned. Let's tell the entire nation. You know Chuck don't take no lip. Chuck Norris doesn't flush the toilet. He scares the shit out of it. You know I don't need to tell you why. When Chuck Norris slices onions, the onions cry. He's never had a cold and never had lice. Chuck Norris counted to infinity twice. I don't know about you, but I can tell you this. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks his closet for Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. He checks his closet for Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris. Yeah! Yeah! Chuck Norris! It's that time! That time to get gay! Time for Chuck Norris month on Toxic Tuesday! Yay! 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 Yay!
Good evening. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever, whenever, however you all are. Welcome to Toxic Tuesday. How are you all out there? We got the dudes in the house, a few ladies involved as well. How's it going? Darren M, who's be dropping in some bodies later. Darth Viewer, Davina Duckworth, D Bud Martin. How's it going? I'll see you there. I'll see you there. It's Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. Hello, Steve Mitchum, sir. Great to see you. I love that you all are here. I am really enjoying the Chuck Norris intro. I'm hoping soon, as time goes on, you all start like remembering like parts of the lyrics, and that like when I see L Flash's 20-minute intro and people are hearing the lyrics to See Don Oldest Rise, I'm hoping people start saying the lyrics during the intro for Toxic Tuesday because it's perfect for that. It really is. But guys, we're here to talk Lethal Weapon 4 tonight. And I got a big black background in back of me. I think I should do it up with some color. Maybe I should do it up with a little bit of Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, because why wouldn't I do that? I mean, I can't believe I made a rookie error like that. Even though I got my orangina there in the quarter, it's like, oh, hey, well, at least that counts for something, right? Right? Oh, of course. Let's see if there's anyone on Rumble. Hey, Toback is on Rumble. Nice. Good to see you, buddy. He's holding down the fort there. If any of you guys would like to have it both ways, well, you're allowed to do that here. So if you want to have it both ways, you hang on YouTube and Rumble. Otherwise, pick and choose your poison wisely. Honestly, this is more than I thought. There's going to be no one here at this point in time. I know there's a certain State of the Union address going on. Some of you probably double listening between here and what a certain president of the United States is doing. I was like, I don't know if there's going to be watching this during this time. Because I remember last year, I think it was the previous year, actually, there was a State of the Union. I think it was during the Biden days. And I remember, like, I lost a chunk of, like, the audience. It's just fine. It makes sense. You want to know what the president's going to say, regardless of who it is. But, hey, we got 10 of you here. I'm happy about that. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's bring our dudes up in here like that 70s rock fan and Mark D with a C. How's it going, 70s?
It's going very well, my friend. Very well indeed.
Are you feeling floopy?
I'm feeling floopy. I have floopy wieners. Yes, it's a new character I invented. I was going to say, though, on the subject of wieners, isn't Lethal Weapon 4 what you call your, your little fellow? Lethal Weapon 4 inches. Yes. I say I would have made that joke last week.
4 of them.
What's your lethal weapon for?
I would have made his floppy wiener. I would have made, it would have been better if I'd made that joke in the Lethal Weapon 3 for 3 inches, but because that would have been closer to reality.
Jonathan, greetings, sir.
Go USA.
Yeah, right. No
What a hockey
kidding,
win.
dude. How about that? I heard about the U.S. winning in hockey. I was like, I guess Canada.
46 years, man.
Well, I mean, how many? Every time the US wins it, they have to beat a communist country.
It's kind of poetic in that way. That kind of worked out that
It has
way.
to be a communist country. Yeah.
Now the movie stores are becoming real life all over again. From real life to movie, now back to real life. Now let's make that a thing in the movie, so we have to deal with that in real life. It was fun to watch.
Regardless of the people losing their minds about it all and all the other shit going on around it, that picture of Jack Hughes without his teeth
Dude.
is so hockey. That's such a hockey image. No teeth and a gold medal.
The one that 9.5.
We thought
How
about
did he not already lose his front teeth?
I'm glad somebody got the joke. Because Nick's only Lethal Weapon 4. Lethal Weapon 3 would have been more appropriate.
I'm Lethal Weapon, not even 1.
You know,
I'm like newborn weapon. I'm newborn weapon. That's why I'm newborn weapon.
But Trump just had the hockey team in the house.
Yeah, I saw.
And the fact
called
that
that.
all the Goudreau stuff and having Goudreau's kids in the photograph was just magnificent.
That
How can
made my
anyone
night.
complain about? People were complaining about that.
Sure.
Having the Johnny Goudreau's kids in that photograph. Shut up! That was a brilliant moment.
It was,
You know?
That was beautiful. Yeah.
politics. It was just acknowledging, hey, you did this.
Yeah.
This is a big deal. We're not telling you need a backup bill, endorse us, or we're endorsing you. It's just, hey, congratulations. Let's get some photos, get a tour of history. Because let's be real here. There's gonna be presidents after Trump as well. It's just him doing pretty much what any.
Are you sure about that?
When
Are
a
you
team-
sure about that?
Well,
Well,
he's
that's true. I
mean,
know. I'm just being modest here. Yes, I know.
Okay, so it'll be Trump, then another Trump because he's going to get his second term again because he has one. So then it'll be Baron Trump, and then it'll be Baron Trump, and then it'll be
Oh, will JD advance? I don't know.
JD. JD might fill in for a season, and then Baron.
Or Marco, yeah. Yeah. Oh, but it was just people on the internet were complaining about.
They
who
were
cares
complaining
about
everything
them?
they could complain about America winning and the fact that they're patriotic. They complain about they're
Everything
only
was
Johnny
complaint.
Goudreau. They're just exploiting Johnny Goudreau and blah blah. You know.
From the
people
good
complain about the
road
3-on-3.
to the patriotism to the White House, every single thing is coming to complain. It's just like, who cares about those
They
fucking
politicized
losers?
everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jack
who
Hughes
cares?
had a great answer to that. It's like, yeah, we can just celebrate as Americans. I mean, you might not like whoever's president, but you respect the office and you go there. And
Yeah.
it's just such an overreaction. And I got to say, this Trump guy is pretty good at his delivery. I mean, if he starts a YouTube channel, he might be successful. I mean,
It'll be
he's
huge.
pretty good. He's, yeah.
I think his
he's such
YouTube
a-
channel be quite huge. Would he
He's
exceed
such a
Mr. Beast's
natural, though.
numbers? Would he
He's
exceed
such a
Beast's
natural at
numbers?
this. Yeah,
People will tell him it's the best YouTube channel ever.
ever. but I mean, he's just so, there's no one like him in terms of delivery. Now, I grew up with Reagan, and Reagan started this in the '80s with bringing someone special to the State of the Union. I think it was when the plane went to the Potomac. He brought some of the first responders. I could be wrong because it was a while ago. But Reagan, Reagan, of course, being an actor, he started this with the State of the Union. So it's kind of gone into overdrive. But it is nice to celebrate who's, does some great things in our country. And the last time around when people wouldn't stand up for a kid who had cancer.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that.
I mean, yeah, you might think Trump is the devil, but you still applaud for a kid who's got cancer. I mean,
no, these are people
the
with
derangement is just
bitterness in their hearts.
Yeah, that
nothing
was
but
just
bitterness.
retarded. I don't care what political way you swing. That's just stupid. Why they did that to that kid? Kid was just, he had a thing that he wanted to do with his life. Obviously, he won't be able to ever properly do that in his life, and he was well deserving that acknowledgement, but they couldn't give it to a kid just because of whom his dad voted for. It was pretty despicable,
pathetic, isn't it? It's pathetic.
But let's not go too deep into politics. We have 15 of you here, which thank you, by the way, for being here. I do appreciate it, guys. I'm ready to have fun talking Lethal Weapon 4. I'm really excited about this, and after this, we're gonna go transitioning into some Jet Li movies, and if anything, this movie is kind of a segue into some of the Jet Li a-thon that we'll be doing. So we'll be doing 3 weeks of Jet Li after tonight, followed by a Bruce Willis tier list.
Oh, don't forget the skiing movie that we had talked about too, though.
Oh, I know.
That's
gonna be after
we're gonna fit that. We're gonna squeeze that in. Okay, but after
yeah, we're gonna. We'll trust me. It's
I know.
It's where we're gonna slide it in.
Yeah,
we'll just pretend that Jet Li and Bruce Willis co-star in that one. Just pretend they're in it.
Yeah.
Just to get the crowds in.
Yeah.
Get the crowds in.
So we're going to suffer a jet movement. That's a political joke. Suffer a jet movement, Jet Li. So is Jet Li, which Jet Li movies are we doing? Or is that breaking the code of silence?
Let me
We're
get
not
my
doing
listening up.
Only the good ones.
Only good
So that's
one.
all of them. So this was his first. Wasn't this his first Hollywood movie?
American one. First American one.
American
And
one,
because he was doing a lot of movies in China prior to this. But
yeah, Hollywood
movies we're
isn't
doing,
China, is it? It's his first Hollywood movie.
Unleashed we're doing Unleashed, Kiss of the Dragon, and Romeo Must Die.
Excellent.
So
what Unleashed after Unleashed is next week?
We'll probably do Romeo Must Die.
Romeo Must Die. Okay,
we're gonna do Romeo Must Die, and then we'll do Unleashed followed by Fearless.
Okay, no Kiss of the Dragon.
I was thinking about it. And
well, we can always change whatever you.
Yeah,
I have no preference.
But for sure, we're gonna do Romeo Must Die next week.
Okay, I just need to be able to prep for the right movie.
Yeah, that's
I just don't have
part, Mark. I'm speaking to you. You know what?
Yeah, Romeo Must Die with
followed by Kiss, followed by Unleashed.
Okay, followed by Kiss. Okay, Romeo Must Die, followed by Kiss, followed by Unleashed. Okay.
Yes, and yes, rest in peace, Robert Carradine. Man, when I saw that, I was like, bro, the nerd.
Well, veteran of many a canon movie. So number one with the bullet, particularly where he starred with Billy D. Williams. That's a great movie. We should do it on here sometime. Number one with a bullet. Good movie.
We should. So we're having a bit of a explosive with this Lethal Weapon 4. And this was a bit of a late bloomer movie, not just because there was a 6-year gap, but because, well, there was a will we, won't we, and then Warner Bros. Was like, oh, we got nothing much coming out. I guess let's just get this one going. And somehow everyone said yes. Gibson, Glover, Pesci, Russo, the entire Murdoch family all came back for the fourth time.
It's a good paycheck.
Police chief came back. Richard Donner came back. Oh, hold up. We're going to bring Chris Rock on board. Oh, hold up. We're going to bring Jet Li from overseas over here too. Holy crud. Like, it was like, all right, first we bring in Pesci, then we bring in Russo. Now we got Rock and Lee. I mean, man, talk about having as many people. And this is at a time where having repeated cast members for a series of movies wasn't as much of a sure thing. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you didn't. There's a lot more recasting. Nowadays, like it's kind of like a locked-in commitment when you sign up for something. So the fact that they did it at a time when I guess you could say shared universes were not all the rage, and you were expected to have a long-term character to do, it was an expected thing. Even Gibson kind of mentioned that himself, that he didn't like many characters where he did several movies, but he felt like this was his exception.
I was always waiting for Braveheart too, and it never happened for some reason. I don't know if it was something to do with the ending of the first movie.
You saw the airplane version, right? Yeah.
Oh, the airplane. What do you mean by the airplane
So just before we start,
they cut out the brutal death at the end. So he lived,
So just correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the Lethal Weapon where they complain about getting old and beat up a lot of bad guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is this one, not the other ones, where they complain about getting old and beat up the bad guys too.
Well, now this time
that's all of them.
Riggs finally admits he's getting way too old and he's losing a step, not just Murtaugh.
It's
and
going to make
Danny
Lethal
Glover,
Weapon 5 awkward.
Not that I was paused at the locker room scene, but that dude was in pretty damn good shape. It's like,
oh, I know, right?
Like he's talking about.
He's a big unit. He's a big human.
I didn't look at the unit, but I was looking at his musculature.
You sure about that?
You sure about that? Hey, do you know that this? I just didn't know this till today, but one of the co-writers of this wrote our favorite movie, Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Oh yeah!
So there's a connection between the two movies.
You're gonna hit the itty bitty valve before he shoots me, maybe. I love that Glover actually got down to his boxers.
Yeah,
and started dancing. I was like, this is really homoerotic. I was like, holy crud. And look at that spinning 76 ball. Back when buildings had cool little balls, spin-a-rooney, to show off, hey, this is the location of the place. Nowadays, everything's a bland sign. But that was when things like that had character. KFC had a bucket. 76 had a big orange ball. Good ass shit. But man, the fact that
what's that big 16 ball in the background?
Glover's dancing around the rain, and he said, "Before he shoots me, maybe." There's
something very science fictiony about this scene. The guy in that suit.
It's
like evil RoboCop.
Is there a motive for this guy besides his Walkman broken or what? There's no motive. Yeah, there was nothing that I missed there. He's just out there causing helmet with his Iron Man helmet on. I was gonna say,
like
Havoc with his helmet.
He's like evil RoboCop.
Yeah, well, that kind of reminded me of Iron Man, Tony Stark and Mark I armor.
Right, T-Bud with the flamethrower. Here's what we'll do: you take your clothes off. I remember I heard so take your clothes off.
It's like Danny Glover has to have his clothes off in every movie, in every one of these movies at some point.
He's got to always have his clothes off, and this is the only movie where he didn't have a bathroom scene.
Indeed. What's that 76 in the background? That big ball, that big red ball.
That's it for the 76 gas station. That's what I was just talking about when I said with the architecture.
Yeah, I wondered if I'd missed. Yeah, I knew you mentioned something there, and I thought it was maybe that, but I missed it. Because I only listen to every second sentence you say, Nick. So.
I love the reveal in here when they both find out they're gonna, reveal to the audience, and then you're finding out both of them are gonna be grandpas, and it's or father on one side and grandpa on the other, and
what a way to find
acknowledging
out.
they're older.
What a way to find out.
Shootout. And I'm not stripping down to my undies to distract a guy and then getting out there. Like who says the guy's gonna miss?
I know.
I mean, really?
He likes floppy wieners, obviously.
I want to die in my underwear.
They really ratcheted the comedy up in this one, I think. Yeah.
They definitely needed to. They definitely. I feel like this is the movie where it was definitely the most necessary because this is where they're at their oldest, up to date. Gibson's finally becoming a dad. Glover is becoming a granddad. I got
Yep.
He's dead.
What do you want? Would you want to die in somebody else's underwear? Is it just his own underwear he doesn't want to die in? I mean, what's I need more clarification.
My own underwear. No one else's.
You know the
Yeah.
story about Ed Wood. You know the director Ed Wood, Plan 9 from Outer Space. Have you ever seen the movie Ed Wood? So the story is that he loved to wear women's clothing. That's what the whole point of that movie was. So when he stormed the beaches of Normandy on D-Day, when he was fighting in Normandy, and he's wearing women's underwear, he said, "I always prayed that I would be killed and not injured, because if I was injured, they'd have to take my clothes off, and I was wearing women's underwear." He says, I prayed that I would die rather than be injured.
Oh, wow.
That's a
Hot
funny.
dog.
Ed Wood was a good movie.
Also, not only do they succeed in mission, but they also succeed in a business as usual method. More shit gets blown up again. Another everything just has to blow up in spite of what they accomplished. Nothing can just be perfect and flawless or even close to it. It's just something had to take a fall. This time it was a gas station that was like, boo! I was like, wow. You guys just had to make a mess everywhere you go.
If you're gonna blow something up, make it a gas station.
I know. We're out of all the things. I'm like, damn it, the gas station.
This ain't gonna help gas prices in California.
No!
That's already bad enough with Newsom and
Glover's
all the
looking pretty
refineries
ripped.
leaving.
Yeah, Glover does look pretty ripped there. Yeah, that's the last gas station in California right there. It's gone.
And he's 48 years old. I just checked. So he's 48. So he's a pretty damn good shape.
Wearing
For 48.
undies under his boxers, in case anyone was looking or wondering.
Oh, I'm so disappointed now. he was double shielded. He's not wearing Depends. He's not that old. Come on.
No, he was just he was wearing protection, Mark. He was wearing protection.
What's up with this little shark?
Oh, man. You guys got me in stitches. Thank God Pesci
Code
got
7.
rid of the blonde hair. What a terrible look.
Code 7 is I read somewhere that was LAPD radio code for a meal break. His boat is named Code 7. Yeah.
Out to lunch. Yep.
Yeah.
You're out to lunch.
That's a great name for a boat. Yeah.
It is Code 7.
You're gonna need.
His dick's not small.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think semi would be the accurate word, Boba Fett. Which, by the way, good to
He
see
got $1
you.
million for 3 weeks of work, so he wasn't complaining.
Who got
Pesci.
$1 million?
Pesci. He wasn't even in the original script, so they wrote him in.
They added him.
Well,
he did
same
3
with the
weeks of work,
third
got $1
movie.
million.
Third movie, he got added on as well,
Yeah.
and a lot of his scenes that were in that movie were things that they shot much later in the movie. That's how much of a late addition he was to these movies, outside of the second one.
Yeah. But this movie starts with such a bang too. Just there's some great action pieces in this.
Oh,
and I
dude.
think this movie people rag on this movie or they don't like it that much.
It's mixed.
It's liked, but still, I guess you could say it's the least liked of the bunch. No, I could see why there could be an argument for that. I think there could be a good argument even, but I'll say that one of my favorite, if not my favorite action scenes, I don't know if you would call it action scene or a chase scene or maybe a bolt scene, but it's that middle scene where Gibson's fighting the guy in that house that's being moved. And they're fighting
yeah.
the road and the table. That whole sequence blew my freaking mind the first time I ever saw it. I was like,
And he's surfing on the freeway
right?
in a freaking chair.
That was the coolest shit ever. And I watch it and I'm still like, man, this is amazing.
How's he not dead?
Dude, these guys. How about the fact that they cross through the building?
Yeah,
drive
the car
through
jump.
the entire building and get to the other side of the
Oh,
highway
that was an
again.
insane
Dude,
stunt. Totally
every-
insane stunt.
Everything about it was just like You want to talk about like leaving you like filled breathless, dude? That scene, holy damn! These guys are raising the bar in 1998 with this movie, I think it shows. Maybe they were banking on this movie being the final one, considering, as I mentioned earlier, Gibson wasn't wild about doing too many movies on something. Also, Glover, well, he was definitely older, and it wasn't as common for guys like Harrison Ford to just decide they're going to do Indiana Jones for a fourth or fifth time. That was a rare thing.
Yeah.
And so Donner was probably ready to move on. And I think, well, if we're going to do this, we got to really like light it up. Let's add Chris Rock in here, bring in Jet Li, do the wildest action scenes yet. Let's have a villain that we cannot literally fight unless we straight up cheat to win, because otherwise he will straight up kill us. I think, and also then you got the family progressions, and of course then and then Mel Gibson getting married. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, Glover becoming a granddad. So all the family progression too, their individual progressions. It felt like they were trying to really say this is like the crescendo movie. At least they were attempting the grand crescendo at this movie, to what seems to be mixed results of people. I think it's overall well executed. I do have some criticisms. We'll get into them as it goes on. But I think still a fairly entertaining movie.
It possibly shows a little bit that they filmed it in a bit of a hurry, in a very tight schedule.
Well, they did. They
edited it tightly. Yeah.
The ending was, God, what was I going to say at the ending? Sorry, my brain blanked out. Oh, the ending they didn't know until they actually started doing it, because they were like, oh, crud, how are we going to end this? Luckily, when you watch it, at least for me personally, I don't feel like I noticed it. It feels actually very organic, in my opinion. Maybe you guys see something I don't, but for me, I don't see it. But yeah, I think that definitely would be very apparent, considering Warner Bros. Was like, oh yeah, we need to have something for the summer of '98. Let's do a Lethal Weapon. So yeah, it's clear that everyone was just kind of winging it at this point. But luckily, I don't notice it. Maybe you guys do. I mean, point it out.
No,
me.
I don't.
I don't see it.
I didn't really notice that stuff, but some people did comment on that at the time. It was a fairly rushed production. Covered up they covered a little bit of that up with a lot of the action. Let's film more action. Let's make this action scenes bigger.
And I saw this in the movie theater.
I'm glad they made it bigger for you, 70s.
It was fairly large at the time. It loomed large in my legend. So, I mean, if Tom was here, he'd probably be able to tell us a lot more about it. But apparently, according to Wikipedia, as if you can trust that, Joel Silver originally tried to buy a script called Simon Says to make it Lethal Weapon 4. It didn't. It fell through. That's the movie that became Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
So the script, you could see Riggs and Murtaugh being in Die Hard with a Vengeance.
I could.
You could actually see that. That would work. You know, them going around the city trying to get these bombs and get the bad guy. That would have worked.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, imagine that crossover. Or imagine this shared universe. Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, Rush Hour, Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Chris Tucker, Jackie Chan, and freaking...
that would have been awesome. Think of it as the cop Expendables of its day. The cop's version of Expendables of its day.
It would have been. Yeah.
That would be so good.
Oh, man. Yeah, he does like them large and woolly. Oh, we know that. He makes it very apparent, right? 70s, you make it very well know how woolly you like it.
The bigger the stitch in the knitting, the better.
Oh, and then of course Bruce Willis. Yeah, that would have been wild to have happened. Like you'd have to have like Dolph Lundgren be the villain in that. It would have to be Dolph Lundgren, like someone like big in stature.
You could slip a showdown in Little Tokyo. It could be in that universe too. Then you see,
oh, man.
They could all be in that universe. All the cop action things.
Oh, dude,
Wouldn't
I
that
don't
have
know
been
if
good?
I can handle that. Like
Maybe AI could make that.
I looked like Randy Marsh when he discovered the internet at California Way at the end of that South Park episode. If you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
California Way and the explosion and he left in the room. That would be me if I saw that movie. I'm like, oh man, that's hot. Look at that, Bruce Willis.
Of course,
Oh,
Chris Rock's character is called Butters. That always makes me think of South Park.
oh dude, Ryan Butters at the South Park. Well, I think that had something to do with what they were originally going to do with the character. Do you know what they were originally going to do? 70s. Chris Rock's
what?
character was originally supposed to be gay in this movie.
You mean he's not gay?
No,
He
he
always
did
seemed
not.
pretty gay to me.
Well, he had
I
a
know,
kid,
he's-
but
I
that
know,
doesn't mean
yeah,
anything.
I know,
right?
it doesn't mean
Well,
anything.
What happened
But
was
yeah.
it was, and this kind of attributes to what 70s was mentioning about the rush production. Originally, the character was written to be gay, and as things went on, they realized this actually makes more sense for him to be connected to the Murdoch family,
Yeah, yeah.
and they changed it. Can you imagine that
they
shit got changed today?
Well, they got rid of
Mm.
Bronson Pinchot like he did in Eddie Murphy with Beverly Hills
Beverly
Cop.
Hills
Remember?
Cop.
Yeah. So maybe he was supposed
Yeah.
to be in the movie, but they flipped it around to Chris Rock. Yeah.
Maybe.
I just
Yeah,
I
they
can't
couldn't get away
imagine-
with making that change now, could they?
Nope, dude. They thought
then-
they took a gay character and made
I
him
mean,
straight.
But there's nothing wrong with him having a kid, being gay and having a kid. If you think of the TV show Soap, Billy Crystal's character was gay, but he still had a kid in it. He
Did he
still
drop
still
the
got a
soap
woman
in it?
pregnant. Probably
Well,
did.
a lot of guys get married, then realize their mistake later.
Yeah,
happens,
well,
yeah,
that's because that's a woman you're talking about. That is a mistake. Mad Martigan's not here, so I got to fill in for him.
Oh man,
Of course,
You
that's a
might-
mistake. It's a woman. He married a woman. It's bound to be a mistake. How
Now, another
disgusting!
safety tip this movie presents itself. Don't ever stop in front of a railroad crossing in this movie. No
Mhm.
go, no.
Oh,
That's like, yeah, why'd
dude.
the guy not just open his door and run out of the car?
I know. Why did they never do that? Why
just
did they never
panicked, I
do
guess.
that?
Or just
Who would've thought-
or just floor it and just go forward through the gates, right? You
Mhm.
know. But he's
Who
supposed to
would've
die though. He's got to die.
thought
a
that the
violent death.
whole railroad thing would become a reoccurring theme in the movie. I thought that was gonna be like a one and done. Turns out that was gonna be something that would become a bit of a pattern as the movie goes on.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, they're going there with this. But
Mhm.
yeah, now and this is where we see Gibson's living in I was gonna say van down by the river, but he's living in a house down by the river.
Well, as
His
Doba
river
Fett
looks
points
nice.
out that she's downgraded. She had a much nicer house than this.
Great
She's
view though.
downgraded,
Awesome
yeah.
view.
Well, hey,
It is.
cheaper living and look at the view. Come on, look
And
at that.
she's with Mel Gibson, right?
And
And
know,
you don't,
right?
and you don't
Come
number
on.
one dude on
You
the,
can-
back
you
then. He was the
can,
number one
uh,
dude on the
cut
planet.
down on the
right?
water bills by just washing in the ocean every day.
Guys, Mel Gibson even cut his hair. They told him to cut his hair in the third movie. He actually did it.
He did. It does make him look a bit different, doesn't it?
It
Yeah.
does. He looks a little bit straighter. Like he looked like he was like all crazy with the
Mm.
long hair. Now
Does he
now
really look straighter though?
He does look a bit straighter. He does. He does.
Which Mel Gibson do you guys like better, long hair or short hair? Which is
Long.
more
Longer,
attractive?
Long
longer
hair.
the better.
Long hair.
Well,
'cause
that's
you-
what she said.
The longer the better.
Gibson was losing hair rough. Well, if that's the case, Goba, I'm not noticing it. And there's guys where it could be obvious that for Gibson, it doesn't seem
Has he got a
noticeable.
Connery style rug on by this time?
I don't know.
Sean Connery style rug.
It wasn't like freaking like Macho Man or Hogan where you're like, okay, those guys, it's very obvious, but we love them so.
What was that I read
We don't
today?
think two
Sean
things-
Connery's hairpiece for the hunt in the hunt
Oh,
for
the
Red
toupee.
October cost $20,000.
Well, it's got to
It
look
wasn't
good.
even too good. It cost $20,000 for that rug.
It had its own
Yeah,
trailer.
for that
It had its own trailer.
Ah.
They had to hush up an affair it had, and it got one of the makeup girls pregnant. That rug was so good.
Never say never again.
Never seen it again.
And this is this could be, I guess you could say where you could definitely think, okay, this is where it kind of gets into like kind of touchy territory where they're
Hmm.
treading some
Illegal
water
immigration here.
Yeah,
These
the
movies
well,
are
this is
quite woke,
immigration.
There's a big anti-NRA thing in this one.
Yeah.
They're
so
fairly woke.
that's coming
Yeah.
up. But this is back when Democrat. I don't try not to do too much politics, but this is when Democrats were against illegal immigration too. And
Yeah.
Clinton's president here, And yeah, of course, you want to let people in who needed amnesty, but Biden passed the 1994 crime bill, which is reviled now by certain people, but it was like the 3 strikes you're out and lock them up and throw away the key. But people were fed up with crime going crazy in the 90s, and then you had that assault rifle bill passed, and then the House flipped. The House and Senate both flipped to Republicans. The Republicans took control of the House for the first time in many years, and it was the Gingrich Revolution. So it's kind of funny to see Hollywood, promoting this anti-gun, anti-assault rifle thing in the movie, and then most people credit the flip in the Congress with that bill because everyone got so pissed off when they banned assault rifle. So it's because that's coming up, that sign, after they're making fun of Murtaugh. And it's because the assault rifle bill, I guess the ban had passed at this point by the time the movie was out, but it was pretty controversial back then. And of course, it expired, and just lock up
That's
the bad
Newt
guys.
Gingrich right there. That's Newt Gingrich right there.
Yeah,
This is where the movie definitely probably treads the most water in terms of and probably it seems worse now because of everything we've seen. Whereas at the time, it probably 98.5 felt like just another scene. If I'm going to be fair here, if I had seen this, knowing this context, I probably just saw it as a thing.
Yeah.
But once again, with the way history's played out 28 years later, it's just like, oh no, this scene didn't age well. It
I
definitely
kind of like this though, the fact that they're promoting them to get them off the streets so they can stop blowing shit up. They're going
But
to
they're
make
still
you
on the
captains.
streets, though. I didn't understand that, though. They're still going down on the streets, and they're not just collecting donuts and Dunkin' Donuts. Like, that didn't make sense. Or maybe their insurance is covered because they're once they're captains or something.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't follow that one.
They're going to get to the chopper because
they're gonna get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
There you go. There we go. There's the
the
sign
gun
there.
signs,
ban all weapons.
Yeah, guns. Child is killed by a handgun every day. Not the criminal that's pulling the handgun, or not the criminal that was been released from jail 20 times and then killed someone else. Yeah.
So you're thinking, okay, so first half hour, 40 minutes is definitely where you got some really great stuff, and then some of the shakiest stuff you've seen in the franchise. But then right around like the 50-minute mark, it just like accelerates and becomes like a all straight up ass kicker like of a movie after that. So it felt like they were kind of like, and this could be once again attributing to what we've been talking about earlier about the rush production. It feels like they're trying to figure out their footing throughout this first 30, 40 minutes. And then once they locked into gear, they just knew.
It's like they had all the action worked out. They just needed to connect it with something.
Darth Fear says, "A stream freezing up for anyone else for about 10 seconds." I haven't seen anything. Mark Richard, sorry, not Mark Richard. Mark 70s. If you guys are seeing it,
I'm watching it on YouTube. This YouTube stream here, and I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? Okay.
I haven't seen it, but that obviously I'm looking down here. I'll bet it has been, Davina. I'll bet it has been.
No.
Did you rub the lotion on it?
No.
We broke the internet.
So 11
Too many
Alpha
people
says
watching.
it's freezing intermittently for me. See, it
YouTube
seems like it's doing it for some. It seems like it's not doing it for some.
YouTube
that may be something that might be out of my control, guys. If that's the case,
there will be. It'll be on the YouTube side.
Just saw this buffering.
They're changing shit on YouTube because when they're changing shit because it's like for a week or two things go crazy. The streams freeze, things won't load up properly. You get error codes. Yeah,
maybe that's what's going on.
They're changing something.
YouTube is changing things again, so
they're making their algorithm even more asshole.
As if it wasn't already that to begin with. Yeah, chat. It sounds. I would say let's just stick this out another few weeks to a month, and then hopefully this will all straighten out, and then we'll be back on. But no, Dark Viewer reached out to me last week and told me he was having that issue, and it seems like he's having history repeating.
Excuse me, I gotta go.
You're good, man. You're good.
The dog's
You're
barking. I'll just be back in a sec.
All right, what did you put in my private? Oh, that.
Yeah, this is a couple of good trivia items to talk about. Yeah.
No, we'll definitely cover. I like how Rock and Pesci are put in front of each other. arguing with each other. I was like, this is like the dream argument. Like, which is a weird thing to say, the dream argument. You know, there's like dream fights, dream boxing matches, wrestling matches. But then there's the dream argument. Chris Rock and Joe Pesci, because they're both very loud, they're both very aggressive, and they both want to be the guy who wants to come out on top of their argument. So having those two is like a straight up like peas in a pod moment with them arguing, because it's like, holy shit. These
When
two
did
guys
Rock become really popular? Chris Rock. When did he become?
Mid to late 90s?
I'm trying to remember.
I remember him
on SNL. Was it SNL that he
God, I
broke
can't
in, or was it? I'm
remember.
just trying to. It's been so long. I'm just trying to remember. So, was he a big deal at this point? I mean, he's a huge deal now, but or was this a big first step for him? Let me look up when he was on that. Let me look up when he was on first started with SNL. But no, he's good in this. It's a small role, but it's really, really impactful, and ties into the story too. Like, the father-in-law, and he's like he's buttering up, his father-in-law, right? And his so he's like, he really likes me. He really likes me. It's like, yeah, of course he really likes you. Yeah, he's gonna be your son-in-law. So, but it ties in, and then Mel Gibson having a kid too, really ties in well to this. Growing up, growing older, and what's important in your life. So, I'm checking. Let's see. He was Chris Rock.
Oh, Boba Fett's got a comment. I'll acknowledge it. By the way, chat, there's also Rumble too. If YouTube feels a bit too much for you, you can just have the link open on both pages. There's YouTube and Rumble. So there you go. Boba Fett says, Chris Rock was really big at this time. I think he had his own show. He was supposed to play Jimmy Olsen in Burton's Superman Lives. I like me some Chris Rock. I don't want to be Jimmy Olsen. I think Chris Rock is excellent even, but he ain't Jimmy Olsen. I'm sorry. You may be a great actor, and I mean great, but he ain't Jimmy Olsen, man. He's just he's too hysterical for Jimmy. And Jimmy has moments, but he's not off the wall laughter.
That's not his character at all, right? I mean, he could tone himself down, but then that's not why you hire Chris Rock, right? So
there's a reason Rock got all the gigs that he got. And that's what people want to see when they see Chris Rock. And I get it. When I see Chris Rock, I want that. It's like when I go see movie Nicolas Cage, I expect the damn Nicolas Cage freak out. If he doesn't freak out, did I watch a Nicolas Cage movie?
Yeah, you want to see Nicolas Cage, right? So
yeah, I want to freak out.
Yeah,
I want a damn freak out. And, dude, this is a hell of a way for these guys to almost have a fall. Freaking Gibson was hanging on to that freaking. Oh, I was like, dude.
It's a great scene, great chases. The stunt work in this is so good, and I'm sure no CGI, or maybe if there is CGI, minimal. So it looks great. Yeah, I mean, kudos to the stunt people in this, because they do a great job. It's really, really good. Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Mark, because it reminds me of when we were looking at the Brosnan Bonds, and you could see how quickly things change between 1999's The World Is Not Enough, and then you go to 2002's Die Another Day, and the way movies change just between those two movies alone in 3 years, how different the effects look, the CG, the effort.
Yeah.
Wow. It was really, that's when things were starting to change dramatically right around that point. And those movies were unintentionally, they transitioned for that. I was just like, wow, okay, this CG did not age well in this movie. They definitely need to rely more on practicality. And this is definitely probably one of the last big American movies that was probably doing that.
Yeah, and then even if you have good CGI, it just doesn't look the same, right? It's got that it just looks fake, or you're doing things that are just, you can just tell it's CGI. I mean, maybe in 10 years it'll be a totally
First Jurassic Park somehow still looks great though. That one,
it still looks great.
That's one of the exceptions. That
looks amazing. I think some of it too is they did it. It's amazing, but I think if you're doing something like dinosaurs and not humans, or not doing, but But of course, now with AI, you're watching all these freaking AI videos that people are making up, and they're hysterical. Or like someone did a video the other day, like bringing the Thundercats to life. And yeah, you know it's AI, but it's like someone's doing this with prompts in their mom's basement. It's like,
It's
holy
wild.
crap!
It's wild.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, like, I mean, the creativity that you're gonna be able to unleash. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of schlock out there, but you know, you could have someone that could be the next Steven Spielberg, and not only just shooting a movie on their iPhone, but then using AI to do all the special effects and you know, all the CGI that you would have to do manually. It's insane what you can do with the stuff now. It's just
I know.
totally bonkers. Yeah.
And Doba's killing it. These comics. LW Fight July Practical Fights give they had almost no time. You know what? That's a great segue into mentioning something else. The movie, when it was released theatrically, was the director's cut. There was no, hey, we got some extra scenes that was left on the cutting room floor. Because of how rushed this movie was, they didn't really have time to really mess with things, take things out. What you saw is what, well, the director's full vision was, for better and or worse, depending once again how you interpret it. But yeah, that it was one of those rare times where what the director shot is what it was actually his vision. And once again, that could be a for better or worse, but I'm going to say for Richard Donner, I do like to think it was for the better. Jonathan, I agree on The Lost World. You put out the CG in that movie does look really good. I am strongly in agreement with that one. People could argue about its quality all day. I'm of the opinion I like it. Conversation for another day. But I feel like it should be irrefutable that that's one of the few 90s movies where the CG aged well. And what's up, Brian Barth? Hi, 70s. Hi, Floopy.
I'm back. I had to deal with a canine emergency.
How's the canine? Good.
It wasn't an emergency. There was just somebody at the door.
Oh.
Well, it was an Amazon delivery. So.
It was an emergency for the
dog. Amazon delivery?
My wife's in bed, so I know when she's barking that usually something at the door. So I went and picked
Was
it.
anything good? Comics or something? Or
no, it's all for the dog. It's nothing for me. It's all for her.
It's always a good day.
I don't get things for myself now. It's all about
I got my comics delivered today. It was a good day.
I get the odd thing here.
You had your comics. I gotta go to a shop
for the
tomorrow.
dog.
I actually have for once I have what's considered a big day for me, and it's probably like Mark's small day.
Every day is a small.
I got 6 books for tomorrow, so I excite. Where did time go? You had no watch. No, I did like this moment here, despite the circumstances that led to it. I did like the conversation here, the fact he was passing down the watch from
why did he give the
family
watch?
to
Giving
mother
your
family.
dad's watch? You're gonna have a grandkid. I didn't understand. I mean, I like the sentiment of it. Or like, does he have like?
Maybe he had kept it up his ass
watches?
the whole time he was in Vietnam.
Yeah, I'm like, why are you giving the family? I mean, you just met
never
this
understood
guy.
that. If I was the grandkid years later and I discovered that, I'd go nuts.
I mean, he gets it back.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, you just met the guy the other day. I mean, yeah, you want to be nice, and the guy's watching Chairman Mao and Karl Marx in my living room. When I walk in, it's like you notice the video that was playing.
Oh, actually, I never watched the video that they were playing on there.
Yeah, it's Karl Marx. It's like a thing about China and some communist.
That was probably required watching in Hollywood before you're allowed to work.
Yeah. You made it through
Comrade.
the programming? You're still not like it? How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you? Yeah.
John the Beagle Dad. We got a lot of J's in the chat. John, JT, Jonathan, Jonathan Conroy, Jonathan Mega. I love there's just a list of J's in our chat. You guys, you are the J's. You're the J's J. I love how Gibson's boxing. I was like, oh, and then because our super shredded dude with a tiny towel. I was like, and then I love how they showed him twice, and he has no like speaking. See, it's just like he's there to be shown off. And I'm like, so what were they doing with this guy? What was the point?
Yeah. Well, wouldn't you like to know?
Oh, was he getting woolly for you?
It was like Arnie in Red Heat. in the showers, in the
Oh,
spots, the
dude,
sauna.
that scene was wild. That shit still blows my mind to this day. Still, can't beat the clock, Riggs. We're not too old for this shit.
You
Except
can.
we're
Clocks
going
usually just you can easily beat a clock. It stands still. You just go up and
Yeah.
thump it.
But at the same, we're not too old for this shit. Instead of 3 straight movies, I won't get corns. I got corns. Oh, this is a weird to walk in. We're seeing Glover in black.
Did you say corn for corn holes?
Oh, Matt just texted me. He said, "Please pause this here for a few minutes."
Yeah.
The dude's in good shape for 48.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, so
Chris
I
Rock
like
looks
he's got
nuts.
like superhero underwear on. It's like Fantastic Four colors there. He just needs the shirt right. I mean, blue and white.
I don't know,
They're
man.
very-
Chris
they're
Rock
very
looks like he
supportive.
wants to tap him with that towel in his
They're
hand.
very
Look at that.
supportive.
Here, let me bring
supportive
my
underwear.
orangina down. Let's go look. Let's gauge at Chris Rock's face and what he's gawking at. Look, he looks like he likes it, man. I don't know. Rock looks
It
like
looks
he's all
like he wants a consignment of Morta sausage.
Murtaugh sausage, man. So Murtaugh just he stripped down twice for this one movie. He stripped down twice. That's nuts, dude. That's
Oh, he's 4
All
years old. I'm wrong. He's old. Oh, this movie was 98. Okay,
He's
yeah,
51.
so he's 50. Well, he really ain't. He
I
really
still looked
freaking
as good
aged.
at that. I
Yeah,
looked like as good as
thank you,
that at
Doba.
51.
Yeah. You're over the hill once you're past 50, typically. So, yeah.
Not me. I was in
One
my
of my
prime.
friends is having his 60th birthday party this week, and I'm like, shit, man, what are we gonna do for a 60th?
Hey, I'm going to be
birthday?
I'm going to be 63 on Friday
Holy crap!
again.
Happy birthday!
No,
I'm gonna be
63 on Friday.
63.
Once you get past
Man.
60, it doesn't really count. I mean, you just, I
doesn't
can't even
count.
remember. You know.
You're just happy to get another
The
one.
clock has just stopped. Yeah, happy to get another one. I'm happy to get another day.
Yeah.
Now, Doba, I'm aware of your comment about Jackie Chan being offered the role, and that's not just a movie that this was exclusive to with him turning the role because he want to play
Mm.
it. He doesn't like playing villains, period, in movies.
Mm.
It's interesting how actors have certain like things that they do or don't do, and one of Chan's things was I don't do villains, period. And then it reminds me of Danny Trejo, where one of his things is if I play a villain, I need to lose so kids learn that crime doesn't pay. I was like, wow, that's very nice of him. He actually understands when I'm a bad guy, I'm actually a bad guy. You're not supposed to root for me. Oh, Hollywood must not like Danny Trejo for that one. Well, how'd y'all rank the in order or this particular movie, Soul Assassin? Let me know. Be specific, my friend.
I think he
Well-
means of the four of them, how would you order them in regards to the best to the worst?
I'm gonna put my link in the comments. My link. I'm doing it right now.
I'm thinking about it.
That's my.
I would probably go 2, 1, 3, 4.
Oh,
With 2 being the best.
you like number 2 the best.
No, you like
I
two
do.
best,
I like
yeah.
a good number 2.
A huge number 2.
Yeah. So you
Mhm.
like it huge. Okay, I should have known you. Like
I'd go in that order. I think 2,
2,
1,
3, 4?
3, 4.
okay.
Not to
okay.
say that any of them are really bad. It's
Yeah,
you know,
there's not. It's a good problem when none of them are
Mm.
bad. It's a very good thing. I agree with that. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be boring and copy Bryant, but I would probably go 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, and none of it, like you said, it's like, and not that you're boring, Bryant, but just like it's too obvious. But I really like this movie too.
Oh.
Like if I had to watch, pick a Lethal Weapon to watch, yeah, I'd probably go with the first one. But I really enjoyed 3 and 4 too. I mean, I
you
don't
could
think
flip
that
1 and 2, and you could flip 3 and 4. I think.
Yeah.
2,
there's-
1,
there's-
4, 3.
there's a there's a lot like 1 and 2 are at this level and 3 and 4 at like this level, but
6,
3 and
9,
4
6,
it's still
9. I
a
think.
good level. Yeah, it's still a
You could flip 3 and
good
4, and you
level.
could flip 1 and 2.
Dudes.
I agree
Yeah.
with the comment in the Doba Fett about the South African killing Riggs' wife subplot, which I think was needlessly violent and cruel, but
It's
in 2,
brutal.
that might have been the only bit that spoiled 2.
Yeah.
See, I'm a guy that likes a 3-way, and Lethal Weapon 3 really speaks to my 3-way of life. So I rate 3 high up there. I know where to put it. What can I say?
Mm.
And yeah, and this is where the movie went from, okay, there's some really cool parts, some really not so good parts, but to me, this is where the movie starts to really like exceed for the rest of it. This to me is when the movie starts to find its footing, because you now see Jet Li in action and what he's capable of, and what they see is something they've never dealt with as far as a villain in a movie. Jet
Well, he's
Li is
not-
on a whole other
He's not a
level.
deranged psycho, for one thing. He's very
No,
cool.
He's
very
calm,
cool.
very
Yep.
calm. Almost a bit too calm. It's like kind of
Yeah.
freaky, because you're like, and then you see him in action. I know he actually had to be advised by Dar to slow down, because he said his camera at the time back in '98, they couldn't keep up with
Mm.
Jet Li's speed. And I believe it, man.
Yeah.
Like watching this movie,
He's
he's
fast.
obviously incredible. He's such a wonder to see on screen, and he proves to be a very effective villain. And yet, the third movie that had the Murdaugh house go to shit. 3 of the
Yeah.
4 movies.
You got to move, right? I mean, my
Oh
God.
shit! Guys,
Awesome.
we got a rock star here.
Right now.
I don't know about a rock star, but I did see this movie like 3
Rock
times
hard
in the
star.
theater.
A rock
Oh,
hard star.
did you? Okay. Nice.
Were you
That's
born yet,
good.
Nick?
I
You know,
was,
it's-
I was 11 when this came out.
I'll say it. I'll say the unpopular thing. It's better than Lethal Weapon 2.
Oh, that's interesting. What's your argument? I want to hear this, Tom.
Because Lethal Weapon 2 is a good movie up until the end. And the third act is a fucking disaster. And people give it a pass. Because to me, it's just the biggest bunch of fuck you to the audience you could ever see, because you actually have Mel Gibson go through this arc. He's getting better. Then you give him a girlfriend just to kill her, to make him go mad again. And the original ending, Mel Gibson died. So like that was part of the thing. So they ended up reshooting a bunch of stuff at the end. So the end is kind of a mess. So I hate how the second movie ends. But other than that, like I feel like this is a much more solid overall film than that movie. Like I like that movie, don't get me wrong, but this is to my order of the franchise is 1, 3, 4, 2.
That's
That's the order.
Right.
Yeah,
You and I are at 1 and 3 at the same. Nice.
Yeah.
Hell
Because 3
yeah.
is where I like, because they actually let Mel Gibson become growth. Have growth as a character. You know, he's no
It
longer
was important.
suicidal and all this other shit. You know, and he gets to have, you know, finally get to have a family and a life. And we love these people enough that's why we returned for the 4th film. And Richard Donner got that. He got that right off the bat. And I mean, I know some people don't seem to like this movie for whatever fucking reason. I can never get a good reason out of people though why. They've never really said why they didn't like it.
because
You know what
that's
I
what
mean?
everyone else says.
Yeah.
I mean, there's what I'm saying. You can rank them in any order you want, but there's no terrible movies. I mean, they're all
No.
pretty good.
Not a single one.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Lethal Weapon 2 is still like a 8 or a 7 out of 10, right?
Exactly,
Compared to
yeah.
most movies. But as far as the franchise goes, it's just, to me, that third act really hurts that second film. To where this movie, it's just a more solid movie overall, I feel like. It's just me. The ending I get
I mean,
misty for and all that kind of shit.
Come on, 2 had Danny Glover on the toilet, didn't it?
You're an 8.6.
That's what I mean. Like before, like the ending, like the second film is amazing, right? Like
Mhm.
the only other thing with the second film that I don't like is it doesn't have the typical start out like the next sequels do. Like even though they have like a weird kind of similar thing, from there on out 3 and 4 have this very similar kind of intro where it's like, okay, if they were going to keep making these movies till the end of the time, you know this is how every one of these movies is going to start. Right? Like, you know what I mean? Because the chase in the beginning of 2 just kind of feels like, okay, we're getting thrown into this chase. Okay, great. Part 3 though, with the cat and the bomb,
Yeah, that's a great. Yeah,
that is hands down a better
Get the cat.
opening. And then this one with the guy with the fucking flamethrower playing Van Halen. Like,
That's incredible, yeah. And Gary
I-
Sharon
oh, I just-
Van Halen as well. Very specific era of Van Halen.
I pause it here for a reason because in the
Okay.
movie theater, and I saw this opening night in the movie theater the first weekend, and
yeah.
like Jet Li, no one knows who Jet Li is, right?
Well, we
you know,
kind of knew
for
who
the
he was
most
at that
part.
point.
Well,
But not, I
Yeah,
mean,
it
not
was.
like. I mean,
Okay,
this is
Mark
his first-
didn't know, Tom did. So let's
Yeah, like
simplify
Tom
it.
is a
I knew
total
who he was.
movie nerd, but like he hadn't really, you know,
To
made
be clear,
a big
I probably
series.
only knew about him because of Quentin Tarantino or something like that too. But
Yeah. But like in the movie there, this scene when he takes like Mel's got the gun, and Mel's, you know, the kick-ass cop who can really fight. And this scene is so freaking fast when he disarms Mel. And I've heard that it's BS, you can't do it, but it's just made such a freaking huge impact where like he's got the gun pointed at him and Jet Li moves so fast, takes the gun apart. So like you were scared of Jet Li in this movie.
I was going to say,
As
I
a
don't even
villain
know
watching.
how bullshit it would be because did you watch the behind the scenes stuff on this?
I didn't watch the behind the scenes on this.
There's
one,
like a
no.
bunch of footage on the DVD of them behind the scenes, like,
Mm-hmm.
and Richard Donner has to ask Jet Li to slow the fuck down.
Oh yeah, we covered that right before you got here. It's so wild that Jet Li was that much.
He's
of a
like,
freak
the
nature.
camera's not catching what you're doing.
You're too fast. Too many
You got to
frames.
do it at like half speed.
And half
Jet Li
speed
doesn't-
is still freaky. Half speed
Little
still
Jet Li's like,
freaky.
okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of lines in this movie
He
either,
doesn't
but just
need
his
'em.
physical. He doesn't need him, and it's. I was like scared. I'm like, he's gonna kill he's gonna kill either Riggs or Murtaugh at the end of in this fight under the dock. I'm like, I'm expecting one of the guys to die.
I thought
that's a-
Riggs was gonna die in this movie. I straight up thought
He
he
is
was
saving
gonna
I
his
love
life.
die.
Jet Li as the bad guy. Like he's probably my he might even be my favorite bad guy of the series.
Seriously, he
I think
is
he's the best.
incredible. To me, he is the best villain of the entire series. I
He
actually,
is.
Gary
That's what
Busey
I
is
was
kind
saying.
of tough to beat, even though he's not the main villain. You know what I mean? Like, it's still Gary Busey. So-
oh, dude, it's Gary fucking Busey. But man, I love me Gary Busey, especially him in Predator
I'm a lethal
2.
weapon registered, huh?
But yeah, seeing the house that lasted 4 movies and finally because this house is taking a beating, and we've seen Mel and Danny be attached to each other in the bathroom, and we this house, like, they've grown with this house. They even consider Riggs family. Even one of the daughters like, oh yeah, he's family. Like, to him, that's not just like a guest or a friend. Like, Griggs is the type of guy who could just walk in that house unannounced and they wouldn't like bat an eye about it. He's that type of guy. It's very rare when you have like someone like that.
Well, they
who's
have
not
the
fan, who walks
camaraderie
in
where
the
you
house
actually
like that.
believe they're partners, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, you know this is California because the house is burning down. It's at this point they seriously regretted not having insurance.
And how were they able to
Spontaneously.
how were they able to rebuild these houses so quickly? Doesn't it take like 6 years to rebuild your house in California now?
Apparently,
Still having
Burns down.
problems rebuilding them. They're still to this very day.
Only if there's lots of money to be made off it, Mark.
Yeah.
Right?
hmm
I don't think they've rebuilt one house yet that's had a permit.
No, as
No.
far as I know, most of them have not been rebuilt. I mean, unless
They're-
I've been told, hey, if you're in California,
no, they
please
have, but I
correct
think-
me.
Adam Carolla's been covering it, but I think there was one house that was built but they had the permits before the fire.
Oh,
So-
That
lucky.
land
Yeah.
they're going to take that land and build shitty cheap housing on it.
Of course.
Yeah.
That was the whole intention right from the start.
Because nowadays tragedies
Allegedly.
are no longer tragedies. Tragedies are opportunities. Ah, bastards. Government sucks. Anyways,
Anywho,
yeah. Lethal Weapon 4, man. Talk about Jet Li leaving everyone to die and like actually kind of selling me like, man, are they actually going to like all die for this? Because I was like, that's scary for me. Like seeing this as a youngin saying, oh no, these guys are gonna die. Oh no.
No, there's no gas station next to their house. They're okay.
Oh, because of the 76 hour. Yet they were lighting up like a gas station. That's for sure. That's for freaking sure, man, because that house is donezo. Now, if there were to be a 5th movie, I would like to know, do they rebuild the house or did Murdaugh's family go into a new house? I'd like to know how that was handled because, we're talking at this point 26 years. What happened there? What freaking happened there?
Well, if we're supposed to believe what's going on, Mel Gibson's supposed to be taking over, and we will be getting Lethal Weapon 5 as soon as Passion of the Christ 2, The Revenge of Jesus comes out.
Right, jeez.
And what's that,
Revenge
next
of
year?
Jesus.
Yeah, it comes out next year.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, he's supposed to get immediately because Donner gave him his blessing to direct the 5th and final movie. So it's like,
We're gonna get
okay.
Glover.
Glover, yeah, Glover and him have been talking. They never stop talking, and that's some.
Okay.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned some good segue here. Glover and Chris Rock have always stood up for Mel Gibson, along with, even though he's not in this movie, but unrelated, but slightly related, Robert Downey Jr. when he was on Joe Rogan. But since we'll mention Glover and Gibson because they're both in this movie, Glover, every time he sees Gibson at conventions, shows, he always gets excited to see Mel. They never stop talking. And Chris Rock has been impressed about Mel Gibson and saying, this man helped give me a big job, big payday. He did great things for my career.
Jodie
It's great
Foster
to
always stood
see-
up for him. Jodie
Yeah,
Foster
these guys
stands up
have
for him.
all stood up for him.
Jodie Foster should be the bad guy in the new one. That'd be amazing.
Well, that would be good, yeah. She does a good baddie.
I just like that all those guys have stood up for him. Glover, Rock, Downey, they've all stood up. But yeah, this is my favorite scene in the entire movie. This shit, dude, 11-year-old Nick.
Yeah.
I may have like this may have been the scene where I went through puberty. This may
I
have been the
normally
scene.
don't like car chase / whatever you want to call these kind of scenes in movies because they've been overdone to death.
Yeah.
But this is actually one of the better ones. Like this one, actually, the way they pulled it off. You know, even though you know nothing's ever going to really happen to Danny Glover or Mel Gibson, you still are kind of on the edge of your seat on this one,
Dude.
especially with how it kind of plays out with how, you know, he's like what is it, a table or something like that? He's right.
Yeah, he's on a
Mm.
table
Yeah.
and he's throwing the pieces on the table.
Yeah.
And somehow there's a plinth in there too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
There's a plinth in that.
There was a
well,
damn plinth.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, because I
love
haven't
it.
watched this in a couple of years, but I knew I had to bop in here because.
Oh, I'm glad you did.
I'm
Tom.
glad you did,
Good to
mate.
see you
Because
here.
it was sadly the only one I did get to see in theaters, but I saw it, like I said, like 3 times in
I
theaters.
saw them all. I'm old enough.
Yeah, I wasn't old enough for the first few, but
Not too old for this shit.
I had
I am
to see
not
it on
too old.
VHS. It was I was given the R-rated pass to see it at 11. And I was really happy because I did knew who Mel Gibson was. So I was like, oh, I can see Mel Gibson. That's cool. Yeah, go Nick. I'm awesome. I'm
Well,
I didn't know
This is
Mel
later
Gibson. I
films,
didn't
you
know
just-
Mel Gibson sounded like Mickey Mouse. Oh look, Jesus
But dude,
is on the
the
cross.
fact that he jumped from the car to that, and then he almost fell back off, and then Murtaugh like drove it back up so he could gain his footing again. I
Yeah.
was like,
See-
dude, this shit is so wild.
I'm still trying to think of a great tagline for Passion of the Christ 2. You know, like this time it's personal, or Passion of the
This
Christ
time
2,
it's
this time it's
personal.
personal. Or,
How do you? Yeah, how
Passion of the
well,
Christ 2
he's
Electric
back
Boogaloo.
and he's pissed.
No, just call it Electric Boogaloo. That's
Electric-
the- yeah.
Ah!
Jesus is back and he's got
He's
moves like you wouldn't believe.
believe.
Jesus was Kung Fu
He's
fighting. Jesus was Kung Fu fight. There's just
It wouldn't be Electric Boogaloo though. What could it be? Egyptian Boogaloo. No.
Oh man, a fight in a house that's being moved on the highway, hanging on the edge by a bunch of plastic.
I'm
as
sorry,
he
but this
pulls
kicks
out.
the shit out of the Matrix Road.
I
well, I was
agree.
just thinking
I
of that.
agree.
Yeah.
Thank you. I agree,
I
dude.
was thinking of that. That's
Dude.
weird.
The fact it was just dudes. It was just dudes. It wasn't dudes with powers. No one who could do
Yeah.
crazy fancy flips and jumps.
No
was just-
CGI that I know of.
It was just
Maybe
Mel
one or two
Gibson and
cars,
another
but-
thug, hand to hand, gun to gun, table to table, hanging on by plastic. Everything about this is wild.
Yeah.
This had no business being as incredible as it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then once again, him throwing the ends of the table and making a freaking perfectly centered dent on the guy's windshield. And then the fact that
Yeah.
they drove off platform into the building, go through the entire building,
Yeah.
and onto the other side of the highway.
No one gets run over in the building, thank God, of course. It's a movie. We know. But yeah, it's like everyone
Oh.
clears the desk out. It's like, yeah. As
Oh,
opposed to, like the Man of Steel, where like everyone died in the building,
I'm a sucker for great chase scenes, and since the 90s, I ate the shit out of this shit. but this is one of my favorite ones of all time. This is my favorite scene in this movie, bar none. It's one of my favorite chase scenes in all of like chase scenes. I love this shit. Seriously, like I feel like I gain like a second win every time I watch this shit. You can't watch this and not feel anything. Come on, dude. You're lying. You're lying if you tell me you feel nothing watching this shit. You're lying. And even these guys go head to head with their cars. Bump, 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 bump. I love this shit. Man of Steel. Fuck Man of Steel. That Zack Snyder poser shit.
Well, that's what it's contrasting there. Good movie with the bad movie. Yep.
Man of Murder. God.
Yeah, kill everyone. Yeah.
Oh, what a and I see this as someone who does like Henry Cavill. He worked with a bunch of assholes. That shows you how much of a nice guy Henry Cavill was. He worked with Kryborg. He worked with Amber Turd and Ray Kryborg Fisher and Ezra Miller. Oh, Kryborg. I will not forget that saga. The Kryborg saga. You want to talk about hilarity? That show's even better than the Jussie Smollett saga. Was the Kryborg saga.
Yeah.
I remember I was that song, My Girl, talking about my girl. I did about Ray Fisher, Kryborg, talking about Kryborg. Yeah. Ooh,
Here's the OG.
He's got it in his hand. We're going to dig in so we can see it. We won't see it in your hands. Oh, all right.
There's the old. You got to flip the disc for the special features.
Flips. I remember those
it's old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me bring my Orangina down so I can see.
I never liked those kind of cases though. With the
my blade was like that.
Like
my blade was like that.
Yeah, Blade was one of my first ones too. Yeah.
Oh, that was nice. It was nice to see that.
This would always screw up too. Like the double-sided would screw up, or like you had the widescreen on one side and the full.
Well, what this was is the movie on one side, the special features on the other. But yeah.
They're like, oh, I put in the fucking full screen. I gotta take the disc and flip it out. First world problems, because that little print on like the inside of the disc,
Well, what I would hate was when they'd fuck it up, Mark. They'd put the wrong one on the wrong side, and it would happen more often than you would think.
Yeah.
So
flip it.
Toback said he had no problems with the stream on Rumble, guys. If that's any incentive, A. B. I think he ranks this movie as his favorite. And Bryant, do I think we'll see Lethal Weapon 5? Actually, yes, I do think we will. I actually do think we will. I think around 2028 or 29, we're going to get it.
I don't think Danny Glover's going to be in it as much as we hope, though.
Okay, I can see that.
I have a feeling it's going to be more about Butters. Speaking of Lethal Weapon 4 and Chris Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And Mel Gibson might not even be in it as much as we'd hope. I have a feeling both of them are going to be retired and they're just going to be kind of like hanging out in the background. And
like
it's going to be about but it's going to be about Chris Rock and the two kids that are born at the end of this movie. Because remember, they're going to be what now? Because this movie came out in 1998, 99.
Yeah, they're all cops.
Old.
Yeah, and they'll all be cops. Exactly.
They'll all be cops. Yeah. Lethal Weapon 5, the next generation.
And you know what it's going to be called? Lethal Weapons, plural.
Lethal Weapons.
Yeah.
So basically, their family is about to be as big as
the 5 will be like an S.
So their family's on pace to be as big as the Fast and the Furious family.
You hear me, Mel? Come on. I can market the shit out of this movie for you. Lethal Weapons, but the S is a 5. See?
Yeah, I can see it. Lethal Weapons, but it looks like a 5. It's an S.
And it's the kids of the kids.
Mr. XRL7, sir.
Well, it's Mel Gibson's kid and Butter's kid, but yeah.
I await your new episodes. I'm looking forward to them. Crank them out so 2026 could be filled with great pixel animations. Anyways, back to Chinese with the guys and the crazy looking guys. Jet Li's hair is wild. I remember when dude had that hairstyle where they'd have the short hair and then they had the ponytail in the back. I never
the Steven Seagal stuff. Yeah,
I will say though, it's pulled off better on Jet Li. Anytime I see like a cracker do it, I'm like, bro, what the shit are you doing? What are you doing, man? I don't want to. I can't imagine 70s with that. So watch, there's going about a photo. He had that when he was like a teenager.
No, I had a proto afro.
Proto Afro. Oh, too lethal,
I
two
couldn't tame
weapons.
my hair.
Too lethal, two weapons. Oh, that's good. I hope, like, seriously, like in the fifth
Make
movie,
way
like,
for Lethal Weapon Tokyo Drift or what?
oh, they should just have a scene where Mel Gibson talks about family and then Vin Diesel shows up for a cameo. I'll tell you about family.
I am Groot.
Ah, damn it. Oh, everybody okay?
I'm
That's-
Groot.
Oh, and that's where he starts to get the
Don't
first
swear
hint
at me.
of the truth about Butters.
I'm Groot.
Oh,
How dare you say that about my mother?
oh,
Yeah.
oh. Is that what's called the rat? Oh, yeah, you're right. He's called the rat tail. I never understood the rat tail.
Yeah.
Never understood it.
I mean, Jet Li can, you're going to go up to, hey, I think you should snip that off.
Oh, he
Boom.
straight up,
You're
he
dead.
ripped my arm off.
Yeah.
He straight up I would die trying to cut that. I'm like, Jet. That's what exactly happened. I was just trying to reach out. Oh, this conversation is great between everyone. And Riggs is just watching. I was like, yes, I get to watch these two argue. He's just hanging up. But dude, this conversation with the laughing gas. Oh man,
Joe
this
Pesci.
conversation has me freaking.
It's fried rice, you fuck. You
I'm
prick.
sitting with my wife's two sisters.
It's fried rice, you prick.
You lucky
Look.
son of a bitch. Good for you, Uncle Betty. Not so good when my wife finds out. And I was like, oh my God. And
Yeah,
when-
like I'm banging my wife's two sisters. Like Uncle Benny's got game.
I know, right? Uncle Betty. I felt like I was laughing as a part of their conversation, not just because of how hilarious it was, but because
Yeah.
I felt like I vicariously got laughing gas through these guys having laughing gas, if that makes any fucking sense. I
And
mean, how
don't try
can you-
this at home, folks, because it can be dangerous, but it is funny.
What, shooting your dentist?
Laughing gas, yep.
No.
I gotta admit,
Oh, we
I
know
was very
someone
tempted.
who accidentally self-deleted who was a dentist, unfortunately,
Mm.
Oh
and,
no!
on laughing gas. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But yeah, I mean, it seems fun. Shit, it is funny, right? But
Oh,
it's-
Does
Let's
it
see,
really
look-
make you laugh?
it does.
Because
yeah.
I'm a
Oh, dude.
dentist.
I think this shit when I had my
in the success.
wisdom teeth removed, I was on crazy laughing gas. Oh man, I was retarded. I
I'm
mean,
gonna need some gas.
But
More
Nick, you're
retarded
always
than normal.
retarded. You're always retarded. How could you tell the difference?
oh,
The gas is not
I,
for you, Seymour. It's for me.
I look intelligent now compared to what
Feed
I
me,
was on
Seymour.
laughing gas.
Yeah, I've never seen dentists the same way since a Little Shop of Horrors.
Right?
Yeah,
I find a pharmaceutical high helps me work.
sturdy. He's got the rusty. They
Duh.
don't make him like this anymore.
Ooh,
Dull.
and nuts.
I'm gonna
Sturdy.
need some gas for this.
Not you.
I was afraid you weren't gonna use any. Oh, it ain't for you, Seymour.
Oh, dude.
We gotta do Little Shop of Horrors on Toxic Tuesday.
Oh
That is
god, that's
Toxic
such a good movie.
The whole thing's about getting
Yeah.
pussy.
Yes, I agree. We'll do it this year. We'll do it soon too.
I'm
do it.
starving.
It doesn't sound gay enough then for this show.
Oh, there's plenty of gay in Little Shop of Horrors. I mean, it was made by a gay dude.
But yeah, the whole Steve Martin dentist thing is just hilarious.
Nick was
And Bill
retarded.
Murray.
You don't say,
Oh,
dude.
that's it right
I
there.
say-
I'm Arthur Denton. I'm next.
Your baby is having
good
my
idea,
How
baby.
sicko are you?
My baby is having his baby, and your baby. Whoa, baby! And they like, what's going on?
Oh
What
yeah,
are
this
you
is when he
doing?"
finds out, doesn't he? Yeah.
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 Oh, I love it. And then as soon as they walk out, he decks them. I was like, oh,
Yeah. God, it's been a few years since I've seen this, but I remember it pretty well.
It's age outside of probably the first, outside of the opening scene. There's some shakiness going on with some of the immigration stuff and gun stuff. But after that, after like it's about once you're hit at like the
Wow.
55 minute mark of the movie just absolutely soars after that time.
Part 3 was about guns too, so.
Yeah, but 3 is entertaining
that was-
all the way through.
Yeah.
But it was also during the height of that shit in LA too. But
Yeah. No, I love number 3. Number 3 is my second favorite. I was gonna say third favorite. I'd be lying. 3 is my second favorite one. I love that
What are
movie.
you, a wise guy? Hey Mo.
As fame to bring you to America, and then they kill the guy who had the watch. So much for that. And it wasn't Jet Li who killed him. It could have been. That would have been a deadlier death for him if it was Jet Li. Finish now, watch the others die. I'm actually glad that they didn't have Jet Li speak English in this movie. It's one of those rare times where having him not speaking the English actually kind of worked to the character's like mystique and all. So I was like, he just knows one thing in English, and that's kill. Brad doesn't even know what Ola is, but if he hears the word kill, he knows exactly what it is. China. Now we're dealing with tons of problems with China today. Butters. What a gay name. It's really good they changed that character. Do you know about that, Tom? Oh, he'll be back.
Which
I'll be
one?
back.
About how Butters was originally supposed to be gay and they changed that.
No.
Yeah, Butters was supposed to be gay. And they changed it as they're going on the movie, thinking, oh, hey, you know what? This actually makes sense for him more to be connected to the Murdoch family. So they changed it as they're going on. Like a lot of things they're changed about this movie as they go along. But that was like, like, hey, okay, you know what? This actually makes sense. We'll change it. So nowadays they're going to do whatever it takes to make a character gay. This time they actually straightened the character out, quite literally. Just saying. How often do you ever hear about a character who's going to be gay and gets straightened out? You don't hear about that no more. No more. Oh,
That's
Jet
what I
Li-
was saying. Billy Crystal's character in Soap started
did-
out
he may have
gay,
not
ended up
known-
having a kid.
He may have not known English well, but if he was given enough time, hell, if he was given enough money, he would figure that shit out. But he didn't need to because, once
He
again,
speaks-
it works
you
for his
know-
character.
He speaks
We're-
the universal language of violence.
Yes, the universal language of violence. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, I'll leave it.
Everybody knows everybody knows violence.
Wasing Ku. Is that how his name's
A
pronounced?
kick in the face is
Ku?
the same in any language.
Wasing Ku. I think they don't say his name until like the near end of the movie. Wasing Ku. I wonder if, like, when he has his Chinese, he uses the cream of some young guy. I'll take you any way I can get you, Riggs. Oh, and this is where she comes out about wanting to actually get married. And he has
Yeah.
to, like, get all second guessy about it. Do I not?
Is this where the movie falls apart? No, just kidding.
No,
I'm
it's
joking.
good that this is. I didn't expect that to be dealing with another train part here. Or I was like, bro,
Yeah.
what? We're gonna deal with this again?
And you know what's
different
happening
than
too. As
that
soon as he
shit.
pulls up to that with the gate, you're like, they're gonna try to push him on the tracks. And of course, she's a badass in this movie, so she
Yeah,
pulls
no,
out the
Lauren's
gun and takes
awesome
the
in
guy
this.
out. Yeah, no, and she does like, some great karate work too. While pregnant, so like
Mhm.
she looks like she's like 6 to 8 months pregnant actually, and she kicks ass in that scene as well. So yeah,
She
yeah,
was
that's-
pregnant.
she's what?
I said she was super pregnant.
Oh yeah, don't they say like 9 months later?
Yeah, they did say 9
so,
months
yeah,
later.
so it would have been- should have been
Yeah.
ready to burst then. Yeah. So
That's
kick
why
ass,
when
yeah.
that's why when her water breaks, it is very like sudden. Like, oh shit, everything's happening. We gotta freaking run and panic and everything. Whew.
And she's like, I'm not opening my legs. I'm not giving birth till I get married. Like, that's pretty toxic, right?
Yeah, and noble and traditional all at the same time.
Yeah.
How do you be noble and toxic and traditional all at once? Well, Lorna figured out a way. It's kind of actually very impressive.
Yeah.
I'm not opening my legs until I get married.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I can't believe what the world we lived in, but she somehow managed to be all three all at once.
Yeah.
It was all about the watch. If John Wick lost his dog, he got his watch back. he didn't want it back.
Yep.
They're okay. Well, are they okay? Are they? I don't know about that. No, I think a fifth movie. I think maybe we'll get a small sequence with Gibson and Glover. Maybe Glover will, he'll be in the movie, but he'll come out to fight in whatever's the third and final act. He won't do any other action. He'll have, just mainly speaking lines, but the third and final act, he'll come out for that one last shebang. It'll be great. It'll be.
You think
really
we're gonna have a bathtub blowing up again? Or,
I hope I hope they find each other still in showers and toilets.
yeah.
They better have that. I don't care how they got to do it, but they better find a way to make that shit work. They better find another homoerotic way to make them together. And which one was more homoerotic, this one or the second movie with the toilet? Because I don't know, the fact that we got Glover stripped down, running around in the rain,
toilet one.
and then we got to see him in blacky tighties with Chris Rock having a towel ready to whip
This
him.
one's more homoerotic.
Yeah, I was gonna
You think
say
so? Yeah.
this might top the second in terms of
There's not much
homoerotic.
erotic about sitting on the toilet,
Yeah, but they were together.
homo or not.
Yeah, but they were together singing on the toilet. Like when the explosion happened, they were all together about it. So maybe this fourth movie actually does ace the second in terms of that.
Was
I'm just
Riggs protecting Murtaugh's floppy wiener? Or his floopy
Or was
wiener,
he-
even?
I was gonna say maybe it was his floopy wiener.
Floopy wiener.
I saw you strip down for that hot tub.
His dick's not small.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Thanks.
Wiener, wiener, wiener.
Floopy, floopy
Well,
wiener.
don't you feel like you're king of the hill when you're on your throne in your house? I don't know. But,
The throne.
I always feel like king of the hill. So it makes no difference.
some guy in my chat on Sunday Night Geekery is like, I'm taking a big bleep right now. I'm like,
Jesus.
well, thanks for the view, and I hope everything comes out
um,
okay. You know?
That's right. Enjoy the rest of your life.
Could you subscribe while you're at it? It's like, yeah, I don't do too much
do
information.
not send pics.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, all right, you're trying to get a reaction, yeah.
Oh man, that is
Like, you get everything on YouTube, right? Yeah.
I was gonna say that is some shit, but that'd be a bit too on the nose.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh damn. Oh my. What the fuck?
As long as they're a fan, right? Yeah. Hit like and subscribe. Yeah.
Oh. Hey, at least he wasn't having a shitty time.
Yeah, I hope not. Yeah.
I fucked you. I fucked you. We fucked you. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I forgot that line. I
Yeah.
fuck you. You fuck you. It's dope. Do you guys know? Also, funny enough, when we were talking earlier about shared universe and like the hopeful possibilities, Chris Tucker was actually considered for the part of Butters as well. Tucker was definitely like in the running for sure. Like, hey, maybe we should do this. He was, and so was Will Smith and Eddie Murphy. I don't as much as Will Smith was great at this time, I don't know if he'd be suited for this role because I feel like he was so large that to me, him being a supporting role, like third to Gibson Glover, I feel like he was just too larger than life at the
It's not
time.
gonna
It would not
happen,
work
yeah.
in that way. No, Eddie Murphy, I could kind of see Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy kind of meld. I could see him melding well with Gibson Glover. I can see that.
He would need more of a part, though. He would need a bigger. It would need to be beefed up a bit. His part.
I'm sure Eddie Murphy is naturally beefed up. I'm just saying. You'll have to ask it.
Have you any physical evidence for that, Nick? Or that claim? Or
I had the stereotypical claim. That claim. Just
I think your stereotype. Yeah, I mean that sounds vaguely phobic and bigoted to me. That
Is
you're
it?
making that claim.
how's it big up when I say in my life, the best part of waking up Is BBC right
That would almost
now?
like saying that you can read as well as Eddie Murphy.
Oh God, Kevin! I fucking laugh. When I was like, I actually listened to the clip, and I was like, 'cause, there are some people who kind of like split when he said, "I can't read" to that whole spiel. But either way, how it comes out at the end of the day was still
Yeah.
retarded.
Because
It
we
was
know that
so
you can
stupid.
read gooder because you've been you've leered a lot.
Oh,
you've
I
leered a lot in your
dude,
time.
I went to the Leering Academy. I
Yeah.
got an F. I got an F plus at the Leering
You can speak
Academy.
proper England. I know that much.
Yeah, I speak great Spaniard. Speak great
Well, these
Spaniard.
politicians that think they're so condescending they don't realize when they're saying
Yeah.
something offensive.
That's right.
There's so much.
Could you just turn that condescension up to 11? Yeah, that's right.
I'm a regular person, even though I was featured, when I was a young kid, and rich and famous teenagers, and my dad worked for a billionaire. It's like,
That's right.
shut the F up, right? I mean, God, they always try to play down like, their summer job, play up their summer jobs. Like I mowed a lawn once or something. Yeah.
I directed someone else to mow a lawn.
Academy.
I got my personal assistant to mow a lawn for me when I was 14.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I paid the
So-
owner of the house to mow their own lawn.
Outside of the hair and Riggs's crazy behavior, and also him moving forward with another lady and becoming a dad, what other way, guys, did Riggs grow throughout this series of movies? There's
He
a
put
small.
on higher heels. He put on high heels. That helped him grow.
Ah,
He had the Robert De Niro platform soles on.
do you know, Mark?
The way that he grew. I'm trying to think. I mean, they blow up a lot of crap in this movie too.
Yeah, but that's a
Right.
constant.
The concept,
grow
yeah.
in?
So like they're trying to think of what I know I'm missing something, or probably as soon as you'll say it, I'll be like, that's it.
Yep.
He got
Maybe
an
Tom
adult.
might
He got
know.
an
Maybe
adult.
Tom
He
might
got,
know.
He gets married. I mean,
got
he
an
gets
adult
I
married.
hair-
mentioned
haircut.
that one, but what? Yeah, I mentioned that too.
Yeah.
he
So
gets
what
married.
other-
He
what other
prepares to
thing?
become a father.
I mentioned that.
Yeah.
What
Hmm.
other thing?
He didn't shoot people in the face without provocation.
He dropped the habit of smoking.
Oh, he
Oh,
did.
Because if you remember, he was in the
Right.
in the third movie. In this fourth movie, he's not doing it at all.
is this a Hollywood thing though, where they didn't want you smoking cigarettes?
Yeah, they stopped
Character
doing
development.
a lot of
Oh
that,
yeah, they quit doing that in the 90s. That's also when the laws started all
Yeah, I'm trying to
buttoning
because
up.
it would be a cool character development, but I'm wondering if it was like mandated from you can blow up as much people as you want, but you just
Well,
can't.
wasn't he
can
giving up
smoke-
smoking in the third one anyway? And that's where he's eating like
Yeah.
the dog biscuits and shit.
Yeah, he was at his character.
Yeah, but by
was
this
giving
point,
it
you're
up.
not wrong. Like everybody smoked in every movie up until like 1990, whatever it was,
Yeah,
and then they got busted because they got caught taking money and free cigarettes from the cigarette companies to force their actors to
And
smoke in movies.
that's why you get the disclaimer at the end of movies since then.
Yeah.
No cigarette or tobacco products were used or paid for, blah, 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 whatever it says.
but it's okay to smoke as much weed as you want now. No,
Yeah.
just kidding.
Yeah,
you,
that's
can,
fine.
you can smoke a pole if you want.
Yeah,
Now,
No.
this is where we get the angriest Jet
That'd be
Li.
Star Trek.
And man, does Jet Li fuck some serious shit up here. Man, and seeing him get angry, I actually felt terrified for these guys. I was like, oh, these guys are so fucked in the ass. Both of them
Mhm.
without lube. Because this is not, you did not want to see this man look like he was going to shed a tear over losing someone. That's not the guy. Usually you kind of laugh when there's a dude like that in tears, but when it's that type of guy who's in tears, that's when you should be scared. That's when you should be very afraid for your life. And it looks like they're like, okay, it's gonna be fine. He's not gonna do anything. He's just mourning. He's just mourning. Oh shit, he's coming for us. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. And yeah, man, what a fucking smackdown.
is this his
Mine.
brother or just one of the guys, or just one of who are these guys? Or they're just the
I
triads,
don't know who
right?
the exact
It's
guy
his
ever
lover.
was. We'll just assume
It's his
lover.
lover.
Why not? Let's homoeroticize it even more.
Yeah.
But I love how they're like, think, oh, it's gonna be fine. He's just gonna be in mourning, and no, he ain't gonna mourn long. Oh, see it right there. Look how terrified you're like, oh shit, these guys are screwed. Oh god, yeah. Let me bring my Gina down so we can see the great.
Yeah, this
They-
scene was scary. Like in the
Dude,
movie
this
theater, like
terrified me. This shit. Anytime in a horror movie, I was terrified. I
Yeah.
was terrified, saying I was like, "Oh no, that's
Jet
not
Li's gonna
good,
kick
guys."
their ass. Both of them, like each way to Sunday. It's like, and the way they talk, it's like, yeah, let's just let him go. And we were both.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a dad. You're gonna be a grandfather, and they're basically like signing their own death warrant here, like knowing that this is gonna, they
Yep.
might not survive this fight. So they're building up Jet Li, and of course you've seen him, kick ass this movie, so he's got the goods. And I'm like, how the hell are they gonna beat this guy? And the scene with Riggs when he's got his arm dislocated, that always freaked me out in the movie theater when he's just fighting with that arm and then he's banging it on the pillar, on the post there to try to snap his arm back.
It
in the
might have
socket.
been more believable if they'd managed to kind of shoot him and wing him in the arm first before the fight started or something.
Yeah, so he's like fighting, with one arm or something.
Yeah,
right?
one arm and against two guys. Maybe
Maybe it's a fair
that-
fight. Then.
Maybe it's a fair fight.
Yeah,
Yeah, they could have had his hands tied behind his back.
yeah. Great fight though, really great. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely awesome fight. And the fact that there's only one way they're at to win with this fight. They got to use every dirty weapon in the book because they cannot do hand to hand. They cannot keep up with the speed. This is an uphill battle. So this is, you have to become as dirty as the crooks you go after, basically, because otherwise, forget it. If you actually want to win, survive, there's no other way.
The one possible advantage they've got is that they are street fighters. They're not trained martial artists, and they can bring him down to their level as a
that's
brutal
tough
street
because
fight.
he adapts quickly to his environments. Yeah, that's the thing. You could tell Jet's character, he's clearly very aware of his surroundings, and his reflexes are absolutely incredible. So he will adjust to that if need be. So it's clear that this character has some street smarts as well on top of his crazy martial arts style that he does. That's why he mollywops the shit out of them, and every time they have just the slightest tinge of hope, he kind of just smacks them all. Like, yeah, no, you thought you had hope, no, you don't. That's why they need to shoot his ass and stab his ass in order to win, because there's no clean outcome where they get out of this in one piece with him. No, it's a hell of a fight, dude. I felt the hits for this one. I still feel the hits for this one. I feel like a bloody mess fucking watching this shit. That's for sure. And I actually thought Riggs was going to die. What I thought Riggs was going to happen was he was going to succeed killing Jet Li, but I thought he was going to get killed while succeeding killing him. Like they'll both die at the same time.
Well, they almost did that. I mean, that's kind of what the ending is, right? I mean, he gets saved at the last second, but they easily could have, written that so he, dies into that piece of concrete there, right?
Donner was actually I know Donner was actually looking at that possibly being the end right at this moment too. Would it have been a fitting end? Yeah, I would have been fine with that if they had done that. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy Riggs survived, but considering he had a kid on the way, it was
Donner seemed to either the writers or Donner had a hard on for wanting to kill. It's not the first. I don't know, because like Shane Black wrote the first one and the second one, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
And both of them, I think even the first one there was a version where Riggs dies at the end, and then the second one for sure there was, because they even shot it. I've seen the footage. He dies in Murtaugh's arms at the bottom of that fucking tank thing, and fucking I don't think they pondered it in the third film, but you're right, they did ponder it in this one again. So it's like, come on, how many times are you gonna try and kill this guy? Let him live already. Like he's been miserable enough. Jesus.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. Boba Fett reminds me of I was watching the Rocky V trailer a few weeks ago, and that trailer gives away the entire damn movie. And I thought to myself,
That movie's overhated, though. I don't care.
It is overhated. I'm in agreement with you on it. But the trailer for that from 1990, it shows you a lot of those trailers.
I didn't hear no bell.
Then, the middle is a bit rough, but the third act is so good with him against Tommy Gunn, aka Tommy Morrison.
Have you seen the alternate ending of that?
No.
It's on YouTube where Rocky
okay.
dies. Yeah, he dies at the end of the street fight.
I'll have to watch that.
Because like they warned in the beginning of the movie, you know, if he does it again, he could die.
Uh-huh.
Right? Because at that point he's, you know, so he's dealing with so
hurting
much
from Rocky
blunt
IV.
force trauma. Yeah.
Yeah. Lethal Weapon had an ending where Riggs says goodbye to Murdaugh and drives away, but no one where he does. Yeah, and that would be cool, but I thought they were going to both die. I thought it was going to be a Jet Li and Gibson were going to both take each other. Like Lee would have done some martial arts way of killing him, and Gibson would have shot him. And they would have both been at the same time, both collapse, whatever, both fall into the water. Yeah. It's
Mutually assured destruction, right? Yeah, they both.
Oh,
That's
really,
the time,
Toba?
yeah.
They gave away Apollo's death in the trailer for fourth. Man, those Rockery trailers, not greatly marketable trailers to have a genuine surprise in the movie.
I'm trying to remember that one. I'm not doubting. It's been so long since I saw that. Remember.
It's a good
Remember
thing I
that, but
discovered
that
those
would be a
movies
shitty
as a
thing to
kid.
give away. But I guess maybe they.
Well,
they
the
did.
problem with that trailer was they gave away the fact that Dolph Lundgren had the biggest dick ever seen on a man.
On a man, though. Are you sure on a man? Like, I think
On a
that
You
man.
never know these days.
we were so. I mean, fuck. That was 1985. So that's a lot of years and a lot of dicks later. You're like, wow, and that's the biggest one, the Lundgren. That sounds like a dick
Lundgren.
name. The
Nick,
Lundgren. That
after, I'm
sounds like
sure,
a-
after, I'm sure, Nick, after the first 1,000 dicks, you lose count.
Oh man, will it to me, Riggs? Dude, it's a good thing I don't play a drinking game where every time Murdaugh shouts Riggs,
Yeah,
I
you'd
would
be absolutely hammered. There's
I die.
no way that water would be that clean.
No, maybe not.
This is what always it amazes me about these underwater scenes in movies. The water always looks clean. No. If
I
it
would
was like
vom-
port in LA, it looks shitty.
I would have fucking puked all over that water because of hearing Riggs. Oh boy.
Yeah, we never get an underwater scene in Gilligan's Island Lagoon, did we? Or I'm trying to remember. Yeah, how
That
bad
water
was that
would be clean.
lagoon? Yeah,
I heard you,
Right.
Riggs. I heard you. You with me, baby. That's so romantic. Just saying. Where you say you willed it to me, you willed it. I was like, and look how close they are. They're really fucking.
Yeah,
close
Marta,
up
is it really necessary for you to stick your penis into my ass to save me?
there. Oh, I thought I felt something. I thought I was in heaven. Oh, I thought I died.
It's the only way to get you out of the water.
You have a funny way of giving me an angel. I like how
It's the new LAPD approved method of resuscitating somebody that's been in the water.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
well, this is a
was
cool fact. I just found
What?
Riggs' trailer is in the same place that Jim Rockford's trailer was during the majority of the Rock.
Oh, I didn't know
Files
that.
And I was looking, I'm like, this
Oh.
reminds me of the Rockford Files, just the trailer in there.
The
That's
Rockford
an
Files. You
awesome-
mean this one? That Rockford Files.
Yep, you've left time to leave a message on the answer machine. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're talking about remaking that now.
Oh God, don't
They
remake.
can't
Oh,
leave
they've already
anything
got
alone.
they've already got David Beren's he's in it.
Is he?
it's-
Oh.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not Queen Latifah.
No, at least it's not.
Because the
Queen
Equalizer's
Latifah.
canceled, so then she could do
Equalizer.
Yeah.
You sure picked a strange
I like
angel,
David
baby.
Brent.
But I
like
got the
David Brent.
message.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Joe Pesci's story about Froggy, my friend. Dude, it's actually bizarrely tragic. I was like, wow, this is
Yeah,
it
actually
is.
kind of
So
moving.
foggy.
I was impressed with Pesci with the scene. It's definitely now. I thought he was gonna say something, and then Getson's gonna be okay. I need you to get on with this conversation because I'm trying to do something here.
I could
But
never have
no.
got over that. I couldn't have got
Yeah.
over that.
It's heartbreaking. But and then his line, because Riggs was wondering if he was making the right move, and then he responds after Pesci leaves, say, "You sure picked a strange angel, but I got the message." I was like, "Yeah, that is a very odd way of getting the message, but it proved effective because he was talking about how it was just different after that.
What he's trying to say here is that he's going to run Mel Gibson over the next time he gets the chance because he ran Froggy over.
Oh, man.
Why is Mel Gibson dressed as a priest?
Mel Gibson, what?
He's dressed as
Where?
a priest.
Where?
Look,
Oh, that's
he's got the
his
collar and
neck bandage.
everything.
Yeah, he was just, hurt from combat. He's just got bandages. Get the message. No, it's great because then all of a sudden he finds out, oh shit, my lady's going to labor. And fuck, man. It's cool that they had all the family there to do the photo, like at the end. It did feel like a bit of a series ending. So I'll give them that, even though like they were like setting it up. Now they're talking about setting up now for a fifth of family. This felt like something that was definitely rooted in finality. The fact that they got now their whole lives like started over. Mel's redeemed himself after everything he went through, and Glover now gets to have an extra generation of his family to live on. And it was kind of like really peaceful to have it at the hospital with all of them there. Even some of their other coworkers showed up. It definitely felt like not just a movie ending, but a series ending. So I'm wondering, how do you make a series ending for a fifth movie even more convincing than this? They're going to definitely have a bit of a tall order to top this ending because I feel like this is a really strong ending. I was on my way to the toilet and she grabbed me. Oh, but you're Jewish. Are you guys Jewish? Not really. I was like,
Not really.
what? Oh, man.
Passion of the Christ to the Road Warrior.
The road. The road
Just
warrior.
one man can make a difference.
The passion of the road warrior. Oh, man. I love it.
I'm just trying to marry Mel Gibson movies together.
I like how like I can't just get get priest, damn it. Yeah, don't piss off.
Passion of the Christ 2 Beyond Thunderdome.
Beyond Thunder. We'd like you to marry us, please. Not so it's not that. I thought you said not really. You get
That would be a threesome then, wouldn't it?
a
If he marries those two, the three of them are married then.
See, I'm glad I didn't see the trailer for this movie because I would have hated seeing a trailer knowing that Gibson makes it
You
and
should have got a rabbi.
baby pops up. I would not like that. I like having.
Yeah, it is a rabbi. They're going him.
Well, no, I'm just saying I'm glad because I know Boba Fett mentioned with the trailer that this gave away that Gibson makes it. I would have not liked that. That would have pissed me off. But
See, when Mel Riggs finds out he's a rabbi, he pulls his gun out and shoots him. Oh, that's a very Mel Gibson joke. I'm just.
I
just
know,
kidding.
I know. I remember the whole Mel Gibson thing from a few years
That's
back.
right. It's Fletch's boss. The actor. Can't remember his name.
I remember Fletch. We haven't done that for Toxic Tuesday.
No, we
that would
haven't.
be a good one.
Oh, we
Yeah,
haven't. That's right.
We
Yeah,
need to do Fletch. We gotta do Fletch. Oh God, that boomer is mad that Pesci took his shit. I'm just trying to think, man, how they're gonna match this ending, if not top it for the fifth movie. I'm curious, but I think Mel Gibson maybe could pull it off. I don't see him want to do something that would be a throwaway. He's not the type of guy to waste his time fucking around with something if he doesn't believe in it.
They both become, excuse me, great grandparents.
great.
Imagine that being great grandparents.
Richard Libertini. That's his name. Richard Libertini.
Well, it brings it back to they'd have a Fast and Furious sized family, and hopefully with a Vin Diesel cameo, just so he could say the word family. And yes, I would love to see Chris Rock back with them. I would really like to see Chris Rock. You gotta have him back for us too. Yeah, I'd say at this point, I think they don't need to add more cast members. They're gonna add anyone, add a fresh new villain. That'd be about it. Maybe obviously some of the kids having kids, sure, fine. But as far as like main characters, around Rock and Pesci, Russo, and
Well, the
Gibson
problem you
Glover-
have is that Mel Gibson and Danny Glover are too old to be cops now.
yes,
Yeah.
Like legally.
Oh yeah.
It's not even like, we could fudge. No, it's too far in the future.
Just how are
No
they going
way.
to do it? Yeah.
No way. So it's got to be Butters. It's got to be the two kids. So it's probably going to be the two kids, basically causing Butters a headache, who's now the captain or whatever, would be my assumption. And of course, Mel Gibson's kid is probably going to be crazy. So,
I hope so.
But what are they going to do with Gibson and Glover then? They could just make them
like I said, you just kind of have his background
Mentors.
characters, mentorish kind of for
family
Chris
mentors.
Rock.
They would come
I mean, you
out
could
for the
try
final
to
fight.
You could try to tie everything together, but then it gets a little too.
Well,
You know.
they come out for the final, whatever's the final fight. You have them come out for
Maybe.
that one fight because you can't
mean-
have them not fight.
Well,
can't
that's the
just
thing
not.
is Danny Glover just physically can't do shit. Right? Like, Mel,
Just give him a
different
bazooka.
story.
Give them a
But
a
now,
bazooka.
if you tie something to something from the past, perhaps plausibly, but then
A
it kind of gets,
flashback.
it gets a little too crazy. Well, not even that, but I mean, like,
Glover's not a good. I mean, Glover. What's he? Almost 80 now. Or how old
yeah,
is Danny
he's
Glover?
really
that's the
old.
thing. He's really old, and Gibson's okay, but not, he's way past retirement age. But my point is like, if you tie something in from the past, maybe like a case that the guys worked on, that maybe you could bring him in
Oh, like
somehow.
a Wrath of Khan kind of scenario.
Sort
where
of.
revenge later. Yeah.
Maybe we should make them bail bondsmen or something like that.
Like maybe like the kid of Gary Busey comes back for revenge. I don't fucking know. I'm just making shit up, but like, yeah.
Oh, it's good.
But then you could have. Oh, yeah. No, it could work, I guess. But
Yeah, you
You've
just
gotta
have
have a
Jake
way-
play him.
yeah.
You killed my dad.
Prepare to die.
Huh?
Well, I think the Trump State of the Union has ended. I see some people dropping in on YouTube and Rumble.
Unions
What's up,
in a
dude?
state.
Was it the greatest State of the Union ever?
It's the best
Apparently, it
ever.
was the longest.
The best since
I had a
last
feeling
year.
it was gonna be the longest. That's for certain. I had a feeling it was gonna be a long one, so it makes sense. I was knowing him. He's not gonna go in there and have it be a quick 30-second thing. He basically does extended WWE promos is what he does.
Yeah.
That's what his whole spiel is. But chat, since we got you here, guys, I want to hear your toxic scores for Lethal Weapon 4.
Lethal Weapon 4 is the most toxic of all the Lethal Weapon movies. Because of the Chinese guys.
Oh, here you go. Our
Michael
China.
Michael
Thank you,
Kamen and
Colonel
Eric Clapton
Vigilance.
soundtrack.
It's
Yeah.
a bunch of human trafficking. Yeah, I know.
Oh, I
Well,
know.
they always did the soundtracks.
Yeah. Good partnership, that.
Yeah.
Kamen composed
Best
stuff and
union.
Clapton
You've never
played it.
seen such a union. We're all together. We did a tremendous job this year, everybody.
We
Dude, right.
unionized better than any union has before.
Good to see
beautiful.
you, Colonel Vigilance and Deeple on Rumble. Great to see you guys. But yes, please chat. I want to see toxic scores. Toback, Deeple, Lethal Weapon 4, Toxicity. And well, YouTube and Rumble scores are coming up. I'm gonna have the panel do their toxic scores. Tom, it's great to see you again. Why don't you be the man who leads off with toxic thoughts on Lethal Weapon 4?
I'd give this one about a 4. Like, it's
Okay.
not all that toxic compared to the
Dude,
first 3.
he stripped in his clothes in the rain.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, this movie has if this movie was made now, we'd even kind of say how it kind of leans into some of the woke elements, right? Like,
Well, the first 40 minutes does.
Yeah,
We-
yeah.
You were mentioning that earlier before.
there's a
you
little
got here.
preachiness to it, but that's Richard Donner. Look, I'll be honest with you. I love Richard Donner, always will. Rest in peace. But he was one of the most political directors you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, somehow he got Superman right.
Well, he did a lot of great films. He kept a lot of his politics most of the time out of movies. Lethal Weapon was one of the few times he would shove some of that in there, especially with the gun stuff in part 3.
Mhm.
The immigration thing in this one, and because this was during, I think, one of the other, in the last 30 years where we've had some kind of influx of whatever at that point. I don't think it had anything to do with the Chinese at that point. They just used them as a stand-in. I think it was more of Cantonese or Vietnamese we were having at that point. because we even had it where I live.
Well,
so
there
that's-
was a little bit of an outflow from Hong Kong because of
Was
the
there?
incoming Chinese taking it over in 1999.
That could have been what
so
it was
a lot of
taking,
people were
yeah.
leaving Hong Kong.
It could have been
Yeah.
taking that for inspiration too. Yeah.
Yeah, and China got invited into the economic what's the forum called? I'm trying to remember. And then Bill Clinton, it was a big deal. Like, let's pull China in, and then they'll become good guys. And a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's when all the jobs started to get exported to China back around this time too.
But yeah, overall, no. I mean, it works for the film. I think part 4 is great. I just don't think it's nearly as toxic as the first 3. As far as, I mean, everybody kind of gets, doesn't treat women or anything like that in any bad way. Mel's not, he's tamed down quite a bit from the first 2. So I wouldn't say the probably most toxic characters are like Uncle Benny, like, stuff like that. Maybe. I mean, you could kind of lean into a little bit and be like, oh yeah, there's a little toxicity in this.
Uncle Benny's lines are hilarious. But
That's what I'm saying,
how about when Glover was in his Blackie tighties and Rock had a towel look like he was ready to tap it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't think that there was that much in this that felt that toxic, but I haven't watched it in a few years either. So,
Okay.
yeah, like a 4, 5, maybe tops.
Okay.
Probably one of the
Right.
least toxic films we've done on Toxic Tuesday, but it's still a guys movie. But women love these movies too. So,
Oh yeah, you're talking about Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Brian
obligatory
Bard.
butt shot.
Brian Bart says 6.5 to 7. Jonathan Conway actually gives a 9 for toxicity. I'm curious there.
Strange.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Are
Mark,
women,
what are your
women
thoughts?
allowed to watch movies? Wait a
Well,
minute.
Yeah,
Not on
they're just
this
not
channel,
allowed to
damn
have
it.
orgasms.
somehow
That's-
don't they
Well,
somehow
yeah, I
don't
was
know how
gonna
to get
say.
ID to vote.
I was going to say.
But they can watch a movie though.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Well, they need to give 3 or 4 forms of ID to shovel snow for free for us men in New York City.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, you don't get paid, but you have to give us all your IDs. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, man,
Go ahead, Mark.
Tom is, I was thinking it was a little more toxic, but I hate it when people are right, and help me to change my mind. Kidding, but that was like Clobby. He'd always like ruin a movie for me. We'd debate him like, God damn it, you're actually right. So yeah, maybe I give it like a 5. I mean, you got the standard gangsters that are always toxic. Some of the politics in it were kind of toxic to me, although it's there, but it's subtly offensively there, but it's I just kind of ignore it. Riggs's wife, I always forget her name, the character's name, Renee Russo, but she's a toxic femme fatale.
Laura
kicking
Nicole.
ass-
Yeah.
Thank
she
you,
is.
yeah, kicking ass while she's pregnant. I was expecting her to die in this movie too, right?
We're gonna
So,
talk about boinking.
yeah, we've got the boinking clip. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
you did get the
I got the
boinking
boinking.
clip.
I got the boinking
good.
clip. Yeah, we got the boinking clip. Yeah, and there were some good subplots in here. Like, yeah, how toxic is it? Murdoch's wife is like a cheap, romance novelist. That's why she's getting all the money. It's like they do tie all the subplots together. They don't let it dangle there, and they have come up with a good explanation for it. But yeah, I'd say it's about a 5. Yeah, it's just standard villain toxicity, but nothing too. It's definitely a guy's movie, although as you said the ladies dig this too, because you got the Gibson, right, and
Yeah.
Glover's not that bad looking either, right? He's
Well,
in
you
pretty
got
good
to see
shape
him
for this
Blackie
movie too,
tighties
right?
and his boxers. And
Right?
Rock looked turned on by Glover and his Blackie tighties.
Maybe that's toxic. Maybe that
It is. Dude, he told freaking Glover to strip on the street and to dance. And he freaking he went all in, and then he made a running joke at the workplace. Oh no, guys, you gotta stop doing that. Takes the
Yeah.
sheet off, puts it back on the window, does it again.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. And then you've got that job counselor or whatever that she's only got a bit part where she's always like the politically correct person,
Yeah.
like trying to talk about what, and then she gives it back to Riggs like, she's making fun of him, like he's trying to open up to her, and you don't really need. He's like, you don't really need help. You're just wasting my time, And he's
I'm
actually about
happily
to
with
open up to
another
her.
lady.
That was toxic. That was toxic
Yeah.
too. Yeah. So I give it a 5. Yeah.
Okay. 70s. What
Well,
about you, sir?
Tom and Mark have probably covered most of the ground, but I can't see it being more than a 5 myself.
Okay.
Really,
Okay.
possibly a 5.5. Excuse me.
You okay there, John?
It's there's a lot of warm, fuzzy, sentimental things in it. There's some exceptionally good action and explosions. There's large areas of the city are destroyed, which could be seen as being toxic, I guess, but it's not got any real toxicity.
Reckless
Reckless
destruction of
endangerment
the
of property, I think, is
Yeah.
probably the main thing. And there's some brutal fighting. I mean, the Jet Li stuff is probably where the only toxicity would come from, other than the fact it's all pretty much male action leads. Rennie Russo doesn't get to do that much in this one.
Yeah, she did more in the third movie.
So that would be seen toxic. But yeah,
Okay.
it's a pretty light movie in many ways. So,
Your light movie.
it's right up your alley, as most things are.
Oh. Well,
Satan's alley.
Jonathan 93 Mega gives it a toxicity 6. And let's look here. There's no scores on Rumble, so I think that's gonna be our scores. All right, chat. As you know how this works around here, we're gonna be transitioning shortly. We're gonna watch a bunch of clips, thanks to Mark, on Rumble for this movie. But before we do, I'm gonna plug that link in the chat. So if you want to transition with us, this is where we're going to be watching Lethal Weapon 4 clips. That's where we're going to be doing the duty, watching the clippies. So it's going to be great. It's going to be huge. And I'm going to butter you all up because next week we're going to be talking Romeo Must Die from Jet Li, as we'll be doing 3 weeks of Jet Li. So we're going to do the American Jet Li stuff, and then we'll probably do another Jet Li session, and we'll do his Hong Kong movies down the line as well. So the Shaolin Temples of the world.
Yeah,
if
that's
you
the first
will.
movie I remember seeing him in.
So chat, please get on over to Rumble. And yeah, once again, next week, Romeo Must Die. But before we transition, I want to let these men plug their plugs out. So 70s, I'll plug in or out, pull out, whatever it is you want to do.
Just there's stuff happens on my channel. Things do happen occasionally. We get this is the kind of thing I'm posting. This is one of my shorts. I do shorts like
I get
this.
to see your short.
That's the kind of thing you'll see if you go over to my channel. So I actually and I credited Toxic Tuesday in the description. So lots of shorts. Heavily focused on a lot of shorts these days. But
you go on.
I did Bonded by Metal. I did upload that Megadeth concert
Thank
review.
Thank you.
So
Awesome.
that's good. There will be stuff. Stuff will be happening over on that 70s Rock Fan. We're doing quite well. I'm up to 2,433 subscribers now. So.
Oh, keep plugs.
Was it 43? One of the other. So yes, whatever I'm doing, somebody's watching it occasionally. So thank you for your support, everybody.
Thanks for being here, and thanks for plugging your plugs. Mark, plug your plugs before you can transition to Roman. By the way, great job with the clipping and stripping, sir. I can't wait to show off your tips on Rumble. Guys, we're going to look at all of Mark's clips on Rumble. It's going to be huge. So thank you, Mark. Job well done once again.
Thank
Bravo.
you. Yep. Always fun. Yep. I maybe have too many clips tonight, but don't want to sell the audience. Watch them all. You
can never have too many clips.
Never too many clips. But yeah, so my main show is Sunday Night Geekery, usually around 10:30 on Sunday night. and talk.
Could you
know,
start it earlier? I gotta go to bed.
yeah, I try to
much.
start it at 10. Maybe I'll move it back to 10, but I used to start at 11. So yeah, but yeah, I'll try to see if I can get
Then
to
I could
10.
join you more often.
He
and
could
do
join you
your
more
show.
often and talk about floopy wieners.
Yeah,
Floopy wieners.
yeah, that'd be awesome because Pink Floyd, Lord, I'm like fried rice.
George Floyd.
It's live at Pompeii. I just pre-ordered that, so we should talk about
Oh,
that.
I just got a DVD of that the other day.
You
for
ordered George
zilch.
Floyd on Amazon?
See what I picked up for free the other day, and it's not because they're rare particularly. This is the 1991 UK
Ooh.
Star Wars
Nice, yeah.
VHSs. They were being thrown out.
Who was
So,
throwing
I
that
didn't-
out?
I don't know. I didn't have this set.
That's
I
nice
used to have it
cover
years
art.
ago. I've got it. This is the UK ones. So I don't have that set with that artwork. This is the
Oh,
1991
really nice.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looking,
so
looking good. Yeah.
so
You
they're
pulled that. You were dumpster diving.
kind of. I mean, there's a local recycling centre. There's a shed where people leave things that they don't want, and you can
Yeah.
take them. And someone left a huge box of VHSs, and I took those three
Dio
Good-
song.
good snag.
Dumpster
Good snag.
diver.
Good snag.
and
yeah,
a
yeah.
copy of Labyrinth on VHS.
Oh, nice. Yeah. It smells
Anyway.
bad.
Just kind
Anywho.
of think I could be showing on your show.
Yeah. That'd be fun. Yeah. Nice segue. Yep. But anywho, yeah, Live at Pompeii is coming out on 4K, so I just pre-ordered it. I think it's coming out the end of the month. But I just did some cool videos on my channel on like these old school action figures, and this is actually a custom. I did a custom cape for Thor back in the 90s. So I found a box of toys in my mom's attic that were hidden away, and I've been looking for them. I'm like, that's where these toys went. So it's original Thor, and like here's I found all my superpowers, DC superpowers. So check out my videos on the lost toys from Mom's house. So a lot of cool action figures. The problem is I have no place to freaking put them. I got to start hanging more from the ceiling. But yeah, so 10 Sunday night Geekery, Friday night Late Night Fortnite, and of course always here for Toxic Tuesday and videos during the week when I can. So great to be here and hang out with you guys.
It's been
The
pleasure.
pleasure's all yours, I can assure you.
Yeah.
And please like,
feel
sub, and
pleasured.
subscribe.
Go Stars.
Yeah, I feel pleasured. Tom, I know you put out a video series. I know you got the morning show. Anything else you want to throw in?
My God, he's handsome.
Yeah.
Don't be
He's
fucking lying to these people.
The drugs have
what I
kicked
do
in.
want to do is take the moment for Toxic Tuesday to pay tribute to one of our toxic favorites here, and that is Robert Carradine,
Indeed.
also known as Louis Skolnick. He will be missed. Tragic how we lost him, and
Number one
Yeah.
with a bullet. Great movie.
yeah,
Cannon
and he's done a lot of great films. One of the Carradine brothers, of course. But it's sad that we lost him at 71. And I just wanted to take a moment to say that because Revenge of the Nerds, of course, was a big Toxic Tuesday film here. Have we done the second one yet?
No,
I don't think so, right? Yeah.
We got to go to Paradise.
We do. We gotta go
Hot
Paradise
oral
with
sex.
Tom.
Come on.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it, Tom. Let's do it.
Was that the
Yeah,
most toxic
it hap- it
movie that
happened today.
ever?
You know, in some ways, part 2 might be somewhat more toxic than part 1, but it's only PG-13.
Okay.
Isn't that
But
ironic?
there's just some aspects of the second film that are just like they went a little farther in certain respects. But
The
like,
Atomic Wedgie Collection.
yeah,
I wonder. Yeah, we should do like the top 5, like a tier list for like the most 5 like Toxic Tuesday, like do like an anniversary, like at the end of the
Oh,
year.
we
like,
should, shouldn't
yeah,
we?
the most toxic films ever.
that we
Like all of us should pick like our top 5, and then we'll do like an amalgam. Maybe we can have the audience do like some kind of
Vote.
poll or something. Yeah,
All right, I'm hired.
that works.
Hire that guy. He's got some good ideas. Yeah.
Tom, it's been pleasuring to have you around here again. Are you gonna?
What is next
transfer it?
week's movie?
We're gonna do Jet Li movies, dude. We're gonna do Romeo Must Die. Yeah, we're gonna do 3 weeks of American Jet Li movies. So that's gonna
When
be
you
great.
doing Danny the dog, Unchained or whatever, Unhinged?
I don't think we have that one. In the
What?
front line.
That's like his best one.
I don't know, man.
You've never seen that?
We got Kiss of the Dragon, bro. and
Unleashed or whatever the fuck it's called.
Unleashed. We're doing Unleashed.
I was gonna
We're doing
say
Unleashed.
that's like a bitchin' ass movie,
Yeah,
man.
we're gonna do Unleashed. That's the third
Danny
one.
the dog is what it's called in most countries, but yeah.
Oh, see, I'd never heard of it as Danny the Dog.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
got a weird name in most countries, but like, yeah.
Okay. Well.
Because his name is Danny or whatever in the movie, and he acts like a dog, so they call it Danny the
Oh
dog.
yeah, he does that. Yeah, he does. Okay. All right.
Because
Well,
of the collar thing, so yeah.
guys, we're gonna transition over to Rumble. All right, this is it.
I'm
that's
gonna
Rumble link.
scooch out.
Okay, well,
Don't
pull up,
leave us this
Tom.
way.
I
Don't
hope
leave
to
us.
see you again soon.
Don't
Hey,
leave me
I
with
look
these
forward to
guys.
hosting you next week for Trek. As I'll be. Oh, I'm hosting 70s this week for Trek.
Oh yes,
I'm
let's plug
hosting
that.
Tom for next week talking
That's
Trek.
right.
So yeah,
Thursday.
great.
Can't
Star
wait.
Trek TOS Thursday
What
afternoon.
time?
Nick talks Trek. 12:15.
Not this Thursday, though,
Central
Tom. You're
Time.
next Thursday.
In the middle of the day?
You know,
Middle of the
really?
day, yeah.
It's like lunch trek?
Tom's not.
Trek.
Tom's not out of his regeneration pod.
Regenerated. Regenerated. The Lone
All right, Dad,
Rangers?
we're getting the hell out of YouTube. We're
Hey,
pulling
have we done
out.
Airheads yet? Speaking of that, Jesus.
Yeah, we did the Airheads.
I was
think
gonna
were
say, I
there
thought we
for
did that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, Doug. Because yeah.
But please come transition with us to Rumble. Please, we want to see you there so we can look at our clips and our tips. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're
Boogaloo,
looking
boogaloo,
out with our
boogaloo,
orange
boogaloo, boogaloo.
China.